weapons involved. He has been just simply dominant in his last 2 years, but so far in 2 games, only 6 catches for 77 yards. The offense needs a spark.
Arch, meantime, Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, again, all eyes on him. There's been a better balance with his offense so far.
Well, Trevor Lawrence, this is his 3rd offensive system that he has had to learn, and you can see that he is farther along than C.J. Stroud. The ball is coming out much faster. But he has to worry about the giveaways. But the feature of this offense isn't the passing game, it's their running game. 169 yards, leads the National Football League. ETN, number...
Kick off your weekday. Clearly, it's Team CBS Mornings.
Damn. Hold on, y'all. This thing tricky. Alright, what's up, y'all? What's up? Yo, what's up, brother? What's up? How you doing, man? How you doing? Doing good. Welcome, Durante, to the stream. Welcome. Man, this is my first NFL. My first watch-along, man, for a game. So, I'm hoping we do this every Sunday. There will be some, I'm hoping to include some game vlogs this year, man. So yeah. I hope this goes well. I hope we get a fucking win because we're 0-2. We can't be going 0-3. Yeah. Cannot afford to go 0-3, man. Yeah, man. This the first. So yeah, guys. If you guys don't know, this is the first NFL watch along. That we're doing. We're doing it strictly for the Texans because that's my team. Because I am a fan of this team. Man, there's days I wish I was, and then there's days I wish I wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, we gon'. It's all about being loyal, man. Being loyal. So. Yeah, man. The only jersey I ever owned from the Texans that was gifted to me. Well, CJ's jerseys I bought myself because I got older and I started working. And then I got 2 JJ Watt jerseys and an Arian Foster jersey. That is the only Texans jerseys I have ever owned. Yes, that's crazy. Yes, that is the only Texans jerseys I have ever owned, guys. No bullshit. Those are the only jerseys I ever owned. So, yeah. Your Patriots are playing? Oh, they're playing the Steelers. Yeah, they're playing the Steelers.
Jacksonville's finest Leonard Skinnard taking us to kickoff. Houston, Jacksonville is next on CBS.
Yeah. Packers are playing the Browns. Oh, yeah, they are. I got Michael Parsons getting 2 or 3 sacks today and Matthew Golden getting 2 touchdowns. And Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love has not been in. Jordan Love has gone, I think he's been on a game streak without an interception, so that's good on him. I did say Jordan Love needs to keep the turnovers down because last season and the year before that he was an interception machine. I would not even lie to you, bro. He was an interception machine. So, yeah. Yeah, keep them low. Yeah, for sure. Keep them low. Yeah. Just waiting. We should get some more people in here. This is the first watch along. I hope this does well. I really hope it does. Gotta block Myles Garrett, which I know we will. Oh yeah. Yeah, Myles Garrett is a tough one.
Following presentation of the National Football League.
Yo, what's up, Answer? What's up? I can't believe I'm doing this. I always wanted to do it, but here we are.
Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, real field temperature 90 degrees. It is
I'm doing good, man.
Down in that field as we say hello for the first time to Aditi Kingabala.
Spiro, it sure is. But now look, as the Texans broke their last practice of the week, quarterback C.J. Stroud stepped up and spoke up. He turned to his teammates and he said that it's time to look themselves in the mirror, time to hold themselves accountable, and time to not be afraid to step on someone else's toes to hold them accountable. Even as he told us yesterday.
So it looks like the Texans getting the ball first because he's just getting ready to go out there.
Introducing a new offense.
Damn, he's been going out there the first drive. The first 3 games.
His urgency is palpable. Good news, Spiro. Today, veteran wide receiver Christian Kirk suits up for the first time.
Yeah,
Christian Kirk is back.
News. Remember they brought him in the offseason.
We need him to stay healthy.
Taking on his former team in his first game.
So perfect time he's back for this game.
That takes some of the burden off the shoulders of Nico Collins. Interestingly, Jacksonville won the toss as they had the first 2 weeks when they elected to take the ball today. They're going to put their defense on the field first. So, Arch, here comes C.J. Stroud. We mentioned some of the struggles in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Well, clearly, he doesn't look like himself. The offense is really yet to get on the same page. But it was encouraging last week. Listen, they got out to a pretty hot
start. Never
against Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, but they always say never say never.
The offense was just stuck in mud. Very
Here we go.
Eliminate negative plays, be efficient, and don't make mistakes.
Houston begins.
Play action.
Play action from their own 35.
Let's go.
He's going to run for himself, and he's going to be escorted out of bounds by Dennis Gardeck. Remember this Houston team, Marks? They've had issues with their pass protection. Last year, they gave up the second most sacks.
So C.J. Stroud rush, he got
to deal with this. Really
6 yards.
Well, Stroud has been one of the highest pressured quarterbacks since he's been a starter in this league, and they haven't been able to figure it out yet this year. And on the other side, when it comes to edge players, great duos in the NFL, Josh Allen, he has a great established reputation, and I'm telling you, Trayvon Walker
usually goes for 3 hours.
Starting to live up to that high draft status. He's outstanding.
Jake Andrews, their center, is back. Didn't play last week. They got a rookie at left tackle. Play action again. Stroud a little bit too far in front. For they want to get him involved early.
Yeah.
Stick with him.
Damn, we had Nico. We got a
touchdown catch Monday night against Tampa Bay, and it really kind of faded as that game went on.
Well, this is what has to be frustrating for Houston. Play action, and they go maximum protect. What does that mean? We're going to keep everybody in, and we're just going to have a two-man route. You saw this happen last week against Tampa, where their max protection, they still allowed that pressure for C.J. Stroud, and that's why he's not able to complete that pass.
Travis Hunter on the field for Jacksonville. This is the worst third down in the league through the first 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Snuffed out by Jordan
so the struggles continue.
Makes his first catch, and they dump him down immediately as the Jacksonville defense going to force a 3 and out to start.
Still can't convert third downs. This is 3 straight passes.
You know, the first one, Stroud has to scramble. The second one, there's pressure. And then they try to get the ball out on a simple screen. Excellent tackling out there by the Jacksonville secondary.
It just seems like we can never get things clicking. I don't know.
Townsend, Pro Bowl punter in his 6th NFL season. Parker Washington stands back deep right around his own 10.
The struggles still continue.
Washington is going to let this one take a bounce inside the 5.
Good punt, though.
Brilliantly fielded.
Just wish we just need to execute better offensively. The struggles still happen.
Texans practice squad making his first special teams contribution, 56 yards on that perfectly placed punt. So here comes Trevor Lawrence and this Jacksonville offense arch. Just think of the pressure on Lawrence. Remember last year, got that monster contract extension and the injury-riddled year before they eventually shut him down in early December.
And again, as I mentioned in the open, it's third offensive system under Liam Cohen, now the head coach, and essentially the offensive coordinator. It's a much different feel out of this offense than we've seen in the past 5 seasons.
There we go. There we go.
He's just barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Archie mentioned their #1 rushing game in the league so far through the first 2 weeks of the season. And that's something that they've been searching for here. Can they continue to commit to that run game to help their quarterback?
Yeah, and when you look at Houston's defense, this is a physical defense. I think the 169 yards last week, I do think it was a bit of an aberration. You know, Tampa played a really good game, schemed him up a little bit. But to average 169 yards rushing, #1 in the NFL, without a running quarterback like Lamar Jackson, an incredible feat, and hats off to the offensive line.
We're going back to the run again. Let's go. Good job. Good job. Good job. Wrap them up.
Second stint with this Houston defense.
We could.
For a year,
Yeah. Tony Khan. Yeah. Tony Khan. He's on the staff with the Jaguars. His dad owns the Jaguars.
Excellent job. Look at the quickness.
And he just helps his dad out and stuff like that.
And that's one thing that when we spoke to Will Anderson and D'Amico Ryans up front, they really felt like last week the Tampa Bay used their aggressiveness against them, and that they had to have more awareness of the blocks coming from their side. That was excellent.
They had some solid years a few years back, but then they kind of regressed. Yeah, they kind of regressed for a few years now. They went to get them right there. There you go. Good job, defense. Good job. Good job, Petrie. Fourth down. A couple years ago, they made it to the AFC Championship game against the Patriots when Tom Brady was on the team. The Tom Brady-led Patriots, and they were just one game away from going to the Super Bowl, and they ended up losing that game in the final minutes. And ever since then, ever since they made the AFC Championship game that year, it's just kind of been up and down for the Jaguars. They're struggling to find consistency with this team. Trevor Lawrence is in his 5th year, and he has gone through many different coaches and all that stuff.
That's a big reason why the Texans had a chance to win that game on Monday night against Tampa. Their catch signaled, and the Texans are going to have excellent field position. Coaches did not get that one off cleanly.
Right.
42 yards in the
Need to execute better.
CJ Stroud and the Texans offense back.
Yes, Texas is my team. Yes. Somebody on the Browns offensive line is hurt, and it's the guy that didn't practice all week because he was hurt. Oh, okay.
When you make your dip super creamy with Climax, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football. You have to sit down. And still fit in just fine. Oh, great fumble. And fumble.
Yeah, I'm a cricket guy. Oh, yeah, you told me about your cricket. That did not sound right. Yeah, you told me about cricket, yeah.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest.
Yeah, very popular in the UK and Australia, yeah.
Cold packaging. Mountain cold refreshment. Coolers like choose chill.
This is sponsored by Coors Light.
My status,
Choose chill.
I do plan on waking up early. This is my plan.
Subway. Keep
Hopefully this goes
moving
well.
With Subway's fresh fit
I'm gonna wake up early.
and by
We're gonna watch the show
The
at
NFL
7
is
a.m.
powered by Verizon 5G.
That's what we doing.
Little stroll down memory lane, some of the memorable moments between these two teams. That last shot was the first ever coaching win for D'Amico. It was 2 years ago, same exact point of the season. Week 3.
So breakfast.
They came here
Well, I don't eat breakfast like that for real.
Won that game by 20. And they went on to catapult their season, got them into the playoffs. As these two coaches now write the latest chapter with Liam Cohen taking over the reins here in Jacksonville. Better starting field position for C.J. Stroud and company as they will begin from the gun at their own 48. Quick drop. Stroud goes through his projections, gets it out of the backfield to Nick Chubb. That's a big moment.
That's a loss of.
They're going to dump him down.
I don't know, man. We just
coming with the pressure. So Nick Caley, the new offensive coordinator. Remember they fired Bobby Slowick. New system, Caley, last couple of years with Sean McVay in L.A. and 6 years prior to that with Josh McDaniels' arch in New England.
Well, it's a small sample size. We're only 2 games in, but you can see that he's more. He learned his roots under the New England passing game system, and that's really what I'm seeing. It's a lot.
Yeah, that was definitely horrible, man. Last
There's
night.
a lot on the quarterback and these receivers to get on the same.
All out was the better.
A lot of option routes.
What's the better show?
If the defense shows it.
Stroud.
Oh, nice. Good.
That'll be a first down delivery. Dalton Schultz, who continues to be one of the more underrated tight ends in the league. He has been just sensational over the last couple of years. But this Texans offense, remember they had that just tremendous rookie season for CJ, as Arch alluded to, but there's been that regression, which eventually led to the coaching change.
And again, when you look at this offense, it's a distribution offense, and there's a heavy demand on the quarterback, not only with the protections, but also they read the defense, and a lot of these routes are options based on where it's playing, and that's why.
There you go, nice little run play, okay. Got a couple
Nick
yards.
Chubb with a hard run. Remember, they did have all the injuries last year. Maybe not enough made of that. They lost Collins, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, of course, was eventually lost late in the season. So they flipped the script, and you just watched them the first couple of weeks. Arch. The interesting thing, CJ just has looked unsure at times of where his answers are.
But it's not just CJ. There's been breakdowns of communication on the offensive line, certainly the receivers. So it's one of those things where just as a unit, they haven't been able to gel.
Certainly a process.
There we go. First down.
Here,
Did you get it?
as they
I
need
think you got it.
32 of Jacksonville. They pick up 3, so that'll
All right,
get them
good job.
This has been the worst red zone offense so far 2 weeks into the season. Again, small sample size. You don't want to read too much.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be a work in progress with this new offensive scheme under Nick Caley.
And really, number one, a lot of times when you watch teams that struggle in the red zone, certainly they haven't had a lot of opportunities. But when teams struggle in the red zone, most of the time it's because when they get in the red zone, they end up having a negative play that puts them in a bad situation.
Good looking run here for Chubb. Remember, they still don't have Joe Mixon on the PUP list. He's going to miss at least the first 4 weeks. They went out and signed Nick Chubb, who's trying to resurrect his career. One of the legendary running backs that we've seen in this generation, and everyone has loved what Nick Chubb has brought to the table, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite and a team favorite when he was with the Cleveland Browns. Sure, he's one of the great finishers in the NFL. His fourth quarter production has just been outstanding in his career. 11 of his last 17 touchdowns coming in the fourth quarter.
Drop it.
Action, little misdirection.
Damn.
And that time, Nico Collins just never had a chance. What a play by Devin Lloyd.
So that's the thing that kills us. When we're doing all this third and long stuff, it's just not.
First thing I noticed when I put on the tape, and we've done our fair share of Jacksonville games, when I saw this defense, they're not perfect, but I feel like they're playing fast and they're playing confident. I feel like up front, their front four is aggressive, and they've got 2 of the better tackling linebackers in the NFL with great speed to play both run and pass. Excellent open field tackle by Lloyd.
False start.
Was there some movement? Looked like the right tackle, Titus Howard, may have move.
This is the stuff I was talking about, bro. This is the stuff I'm talking about.
Offense number 71.
The stuff that kills us.
Penalty remains third down.
So there's a negative play that we just
This-
talked
this-
about.
this
in
is what
the,
this-
you know, in the
This is what we talk
Because
about.
Technically, they were outside the red zone, but still, they haven't been a good third down football team this year. As we all know, 3rd and 7, much different than 3rd and 12. And now you give the Jacksonville defense, and you have Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker and company. They have the green light to pin their ears back and get after C.J. Stroud on 3rd and 12.
There would be about a 51-yard field goal from here. Errant pass. As C.J. Stroud trying to connect with his rookie running back, Woody Marks. Young 4th-round pick out of USC.
What is this? What is
Really
this?
good
Like,
as a pass catcher collegiately.
is this another more screen passes on 3rd down? What's up, Chris?
Points that you made, the mistakes.
More
that
screen
we've
passes
seen,
on 3rd down.
The frustration from D'Amico Ryans. And now they're going to have to try a 50-plus yard field goal here to get their first points.
And it just seemed like Trayvon Walker was unblocked off of the edge, and it just seemed like his presence.
What are we doing?
Stroud saw him out of the corner of his eye, and that's what affected his pass incomplete.
This officially will be a 52-yard attempt. Kaimi Fairbairn, this one winded. No good. And the Texans come up empty.
This is gonna be a long fucking season, bro.
Incompletion, missed field goal. And we're still looking for our first points in Jacksonville.
Like, what the? Like, bro, what? Let's just watch. Why are you calling a screen pass on 3rd and 12? Like, bro, this shit don't work.
I'm also motivated, man. I want everyone here to know that you too can be so much more.
So I can be a chef,
Sure can.
Marine biologist,
Follow your dream.
NFL quarterback.
Kind of a niche skill set, but I believe in you. For your insurance and
Gosh, bro,
nationwide.
this is terrible. Like, bro, screen pass on 3rd down, bro. And then first of all, the false start. Here we go again. Every time we false start, every time we commit a penalty, it kills us.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with that meal for $5.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Shop deals up to 40% off this Prime Big Deal Days.
Behind every DIY
Is more help than you think.
try this for P9.
Nice.
Sometimes hell is delivered. And some things have just got to go.
Don't worry, these will go quick.
Huh.
I wonder if I can link 2 hooks together. Perfect. Because do it yourself doesn't have to mean all by yourself.
What are you working on?
Six and change left to play in this opening quarter in Jacksonville. Still scoreless, Houston and the Jags. Survivor is always evolving, and in 3 days, 18 players will make their mark on Survivor history. Survivor returns CBS Wednesday and streaming on Paramount Plus. First time that these two have shared a field since that vicious hit Aziz Al-Shire early December, knocking Trevor Lawrence out of the game. And we never saw Lawrence again. Remember, he had that shoulder injury earlier and eventually shut him down just a couple of days later, actually leading to the 3-game suspension of Al-Shire as he returns to the stadium. Lawrence under duress, deflected, and that falls incomplete. Looking for Travis Hunter as we go to the
Spiro, Trevor Lawrence told us that sidelining actually enabled him to take a 30,000-foot view of himself and his game. He made a list of what to work on. And then Liam Cohen and his staff came in with just a few more thoughts. So Lawrence told us that it was a chance to start from the ground up on his mechanics, his footwork, and on an offense that gives him more options and answers than he's ever had. Spiro, of course, now we just have to make sure that there aren't sloppy turnovers.
He spoke so highly about his new staff. Obviously, the turnovers that he wants to correct. It's been a major deal in his career as he completes here to the tight end, Brendan Strange.
Like fucking terrible.
And look, he didn't want to put any of his previous coaches down, but you can sense the confidence and the comfort level, Arch, that he has in this new scheme under Liam Cohen.
Well, certainly, it's a scheme that puts significantly more responsibility in his hands at the line of scrimmage and before the ball is snapped. And that was a learning curve for him. Certainly, he felt like it was a lot of work in the beginning, the mental investment that he had to make, but the dividends are being paid off, and he has much more command of this offense now that the season has started.
Back to the ground game with ETN on a first down one that's going to get him to the Texans' 40-yard line. So remember that massive contract extension that an injured player, and now play is going to resume.
All right, 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 as the Jags play from the 40-yard line. Lawrence slinging it and complete. Brian Thomas. Which everyone talking about trying to get Thomas recalibrated, how good he was last year.
All right, so that gives him a first down.
But first 2 weeks, just 5 catches on 19 targets.
Yeah, and it's the lowest catch rate in the National Football League. And just watching him play, he just didn't look like himself. And I thought it was interesting when we spoke to both Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen about trying to get him going and trying to get him started. And both of them said, look, we're going to run our offense. We're not going to force feed it, but we certainly want that connection to get much stronger and strong quickly.
First set of downs, completion.
Oof.
Can already sense the timing with Lawrence as he finds his tight end, Hunter Long. They pick up 7 more. And already you can start to see the balance with which this offense has been playing the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah, one thing you notice when you watch Lawrence this season is the ball is coming out of his hands much faster. When you track his time to throw, throughout his career, he's been one of the longest to hold the football. I felt like at times, Spiro, he kind of got addicted to the big play. He would hang on that first look too much, and he wouldn't immediately get to his second option. But under this system, the ball coming out much faster and at a shorter target depth.
Inside of the 4-minute mark, Lawrence from the gun delivers another strike. First down delivery, Parker, Washington, Alshire eventually to tackle. They pick up 11, first down Jacksonville.
We talked about the catch rate between Brian Thomas Jr., but I tell you what,
Another first down, bro.
Washington, he's been perfect this year.
It's like, bro.
Has been thrown to him, has been caught. He's made some excellent contested catches, especially last week. When you talk about reliability, that's about as good as it gets right now between his connection with Trevor Lawrence.
Travis Hunter playing a lot of defensive snaps last week. They gave Washington some more opportunities offensively. He played well in that loss in Cincinnati. Quick delivery, they go right back to Washington here. And 5 catches last week. As he has really found his place in this offense. C.J. Gardner-Johnson with the tackle. Despite the addition of De'Ami Brown, despite the fact that they drafted Travis Hunter.
2nd and 9.
They clearly like what this kid brings to the table.
You look at his career, it's really been incredible. Former 6th-round draft pick. Really took him a while to work his way up through the roster, but no targets in week 1. Had a career game the last time they played the Houston Texans. Had 103 yards, but he has been terrific.
Play action, Lawrence rolling out. They give chase. Daniil Hunter coming with some serious heat. And
All right,
changes the
39.
dynamic of that play.
Just one more stop. We'll hold him to a
Daniil
field goal.
Hunter has just been sensational for this team. Second season in this defense. And boy, that is a pretty good duo on the edges with Anderson and Hunter.
It is, and with Hunter, he already has 2 sacks this season. He has a 19% pressure rate last year. That's second in the NFL. He's almost a perennial double-digit sack guy. And anytime you have 2 edge players between he and Anderson,
fast.
you can get
What's
over 20
the score right now?
in a season. That's when you have a chance.
Oh, it's still
to
0-0.
defense.
Lawrence going towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. And there's the flag. Derek Stingley was in on the coverage against De'Ami Brown. And what a huge call this is against Houston.
And I'm shocked.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm shocked that he didn't go for Brian Thomas Jr. inside. He throws it to Brown, but if you see this play, Brian Thomas Jr., he's wide open. There is nobody home. Watch number 7 in the slot, and right here,
Yeah, he was.
nobody home, but
Oh, nah,
Lawrence is
Bullard was right
locked in
there.
on Brown on the outside. They do pick up the penalty, and now you got first and goal.
So Derek Stingley has become one of the elite shutdown corners already in his 4th year in the league. Penalized, fresh set of downs, and they take full advantage.
That's great.
The young
That's great,
Warriors
man.
immediately
This
put
is-
his imprint on this offense, and Jacksonville gets us our first points.
This is just
Look
crazy,
at that
bro.
drive, really, nothing flashy. I would say that's a workman-like drive. The one thing you noticed, how many negative plays did you see from the offense? They just executed. The ball came out on time. His receivers made good catches. Yes, they.
So Jaguars score
penalty,
first,
but really
and
efficient. They've got to be really pleased doing
Yeah,
that against
7-0.
this defense.
So the PI penalty against Derek Stingley Jr. that came on a 3rd and 9. And on the very next play, it's Tootin banging it in for 6.
same old. Never gonna do shit.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game day. FanDuel, play your game.
Training day starts with a Celsius. First, the weight room. Squat, press, arms. Then it's straight to conditioning. How I show up here is how I show up on game days. Okay, that was clean. Then I study my playbook. Gotta stay sharp on both sides of the ball. Quick pose for the cameras. And it's to the leg where I keep my mental game strong. Gotta keep my energy right. Grab a Celsius.
If you're a pro, you know top quality Behr paint and Kills primer are available exclusively at the Home Depot. You know that now there's only one place to get the best value, service, and durability you expect from brands you trust. If you're a pro, you know.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value.
You rule number 10, I mix and match my way. There's 7 tasty items, and I can get 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. That's all up to me.
The $5 deal or $7 trio from Burger King Classics to Fan Faves. Choose your deal.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule. And by FanDuel. Play your game.
Here at Jacksonville, really impressive drive orchestrated by Trevor Lawrence. At one point, hit 5 straight, 5 of 7 on that drive, 44 yards. And the eventual touchdown run by the rookie Bashal Tootin, 9 plays, 58 yards in just over 4.5 minutes. Just consider the expectations, Arch, for this Houston team coming into the year. Right now, they're 0-2,
All right.
down 7-0 as we play late stages in the quarter. As this one is going to bounce through the back of the end zone. That's going to give them good starting field position. Arch, what have you seen so far from this Texans offense?
You know, you got to credit Jacksonville's defense, but what I do notice is they are running a bit more play action than we've seen in their first game. Already 3 of his 4 throws so far this game have been play action, and that's the best thing that he does.
There's Anthony Campanelli, the 43-year-old first-time defensive coordinator, guy who's only been in the NFL 6 years, broke in with Brian Flores in Miami and that defensive staff in 2020. Last season at Green Bay on Jeff Hafley's staff. And now pushing the control buttons here. Jacksonville for this defense. Dangerous pass.
And then Nico,
again, looking
he
for
got to
Nico
catch that.
Collins. Foye Oluwakin was there to get his hands on the football. But interesting background for Campanelli. Comes from a very well-known coaching family at the high school level. His father, Mike, very well-known coach in Bergen County, New Jersey. Probably never dreamt he'd be here, but you can sense the connection between him and Liam Cohen, Arch. Both sons of coaches growing up really bonded on that fact. And one of the reasons why they're coaching together here in Jacksonville. 2nd and 10. As we hit the 2-minute mark left in the quarter. Stroud running for
This is just terrible. And then he gets that.
Trayvon Walker and Devin.
This is just terrible, bro. It's downright terrible.
Just like Campanelli drew it up.
It's just we can't fucking do nothing.
You look at Stroud and you wonder, where is he looking? He starts here and then he goes this direction, but nobody is really open. There's no real quick answers that he has. And just as it was a week ago,
Jesus Christ, man. This is just downright terrible.
He just gets blown by, and another negative play for the offense.
On 3rd and 23, just trying to get their punter in better field position. Tommy Townsend as Walker tackles the rookie Marks. And Arch, again, that's been the theme. Just haven't given Stroud the quick answers that he needs in those kinds of situations. And once again, an ugly-looking drive for the Texans.
I'm not having a good time, guys. I'm really not, bro. This fucking offense is terrible. We don't have, bro. The play calling sucks. We should have never hired a first-time offensive play caller. You should have went and got somebody with experience. We're not getting nothing offensively.
Trying to slip the initial wave of tacklers. And it's brought down at the 40-yard line, so they will have excellent starting field position and try to build.
And then this is not helping on our defense. Every time this offense gets a 3 and out, it puts more pressure on your defense to do all the work.
Back at the Houston 40.
You tire out your defense, and then
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 51. It's a 10-yard penalty. Jacksonville keeps the ball, first down. Timeout.
That's Ventrell Miller, so that will mark them back.
So when you don't help out your defense, you leave your defense having to keep going out there, and they're going to be gassed. And it doesn't help.
Moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment. Get itch relief fast and skin clear.
It's terrible. The Jaguars. Let's read the chat, man. Because I am... Dude. Hello from the UK, you lovely lot. Watching the famous NFL Red Zone on the Sky Sports Miss channel on Virgin Media, cable provider in the UK. Oh, okay. So we got an NFL something.
We conclude with Monday Night Football as the Lions square off against the Ravens on ESPN and ABC. Then Week 4 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Welcome back to Jacksonville. Now, Derek Stingley, the Texans' star quarterback, came up in the last drive, grabbing the left side of his abdomen. He played through the rest of the drive. On the break, he came into the medical tent, but Spiro Arch, he just hustled out of the tent. He put his helmet back on. He's out in the field, but it may be something to pay attention to.
Yeah, Didi, they can never afford to lose him. He's one of their most indispensable players, but especially today, they're already thin at cornerback. Jalen Smith, their number 3 corner, the rookie, is out today with the hamstring injury. So they don't have a ton of guys behind Stingley.
All right, Jaguars got the ball first and 10.
There's 29 seconds left in the quarter.
Do a play action.
Play action from Lawrence.
And nobody was open.
Didn't like what he saw and just throws it into the turf. So it looked like the intended target on the design was Tootin. And it will be 2nd and 10. First 2 possessions, the punt, and then a really efficient-looking drive to get them into the end zone.
I think that, you see Liam Cohen right there, the head coach and the play caller for the Jacksonville offense. They know that it wasn't a great game for Houston the other night against Tampa, but they know what they're up against. They can't afford to make mistakes, and they do a good job of limiting big plays. The key is to don't make mistakes and keep out of those 2nd and 3rd lines.
Lawrence puts some air under it. Thomas trying to high-pointed boy.
God.
Squeeze it.
He almost had Stealing right there.
That's one athleticism to just give himself a chance, but that's one he's going to be thinking about.
Watch Stingley's left hand. No, I thought his left hand knocked the ball out. I thought it was but that's just a lapse in concentration. And certainly,
there was there a little bit, Arch. You can see a little bit of the flail of the left hand from Stingley right at the end there. That may indeed have bothered that play.
Listen, that's something that you've got to go up. Number 1 receiver, one-on-one against one of the game's best. You have an opportunity. You've got to come down with that football. Jaguars wide receivers, the most drops in the NFL, haven't helped out their quarterback.
It was Daniil Hunter who jumped. Was he drawn offside?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So it's just a killer penalty on a 3rd and 10. Hunter jumps. And now you put Trevor Lawrence in this offense in a much better down and distance situation here, Arch, with 18 seconds.
Well, certainly. And it comes down to on 3rd down, who do you trust? And you saw that drop. We've had several drops. 2 players that Lawrence can trust is Brenton Strange, his tight end, and Parker Washington.
But they had a chance to put that game away in Cincinnati last week, but a couple of key drops late, including the one from Thomas on a 4th down that cost them dearly. First catch, De'Ami Brown on the connection. That's going to get the Jags a 1st down, a pickup of 7.
This is bad.
Get us to the end of the quarter
this
here
is terrible.
in Jacksonville, where you can just feel what's at stake. Divisional game in the AFC South. Houston, the 2-time defending champs in the division. Jacksonville trying to give them a run for their money.
This is terrible. It just is.
If your grandpa
Had a 3rd and 10, neutral zone infraction. Give him an extra 5 yards. And then 3rd and 5. Give him a pass play. 1st down.
or this, or if your wife,
We're an undisciplined football team, man.
you can count
Seriously.
on USA
Like how?
membership for the
How,
Texans.
man? Like I'm very serious.
Kids of those who
Like this is how are we so
count on us.
undisciplined as a football team?
See if
How?
you join USAA.
Just someone explain to me how are we undisciplined as a football team, bro?
Alta wanted a hotel with an ocean view. Then he found a vacation rental with an
Dude, I cannot break nothing.
easily affordable stay.
I cannot. The only thing you would get out of me is a valid rant on this stream, man.
But it's been coming soon for a full year. You could change your definition of soon.
Man, if maybe if I was a Packers fan, man.
Change your phone.
Maybe if I was a Packers fan, dog, the pain would have eased away, man. The pain would have eased away. Man, you can't watch a game without getting so pissed off. Literally. This is literally me watching every guy Steph Curry game with sorry team. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a long stream, man. Like, it's just crazy, bro. It's gonna be a long season, guys.
85 degrees, feels a lot hotter than that down on the field as we take a look at the first quarter numbers, where Jacksonville holding possession and a 7-0 lead as they will have a first down.
-2 passing yards, 29 rush yards, 27 total yards in the first quarter.
You've been talking about since
And the Jaguars got 60 total.
Again, that's been a carryover first 2 weeks to what we've seen so far in the first quarter of this game against Houston. Play action from Lawrence. The pass deflected and is going to fall incomplete. Nicely done. Jalen Petrie coming hard into the offensive backfield. Let's get our first NFL Today update. Pittsburgh and New England with Adam Shine.
Spiro, Arch, we have some history. Aaron Rodgers passes Brett Favre. 4th all-time for passing touchdowns. 12 yards to DK Metcalf. 14-0 Pittsburgh. Back to you.
All right, Adam. Steelers trying to bounce back with excellent week 1. Not so much last week. As you see, good balance. Leaning a little bit more in that pass game. Trying to keep this defense on its toes, and more penalty flags flying.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on the tight end.
Start. Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Arch, does that run play pass mix surprise you so far? Everyone talking about this run game for Lee and Cohen with what we've seen so far.
Well,
yeah, the Bears, they play later today against the Cowboys. So.
I believe, again, from top to bottom, there's a lot of speed, there's a lot of athleticism in that Houston defense. And, you go back to what Tampa did early in that game. I thought Baker Mayfield really got on track with a lot of quick timing, quick answers, neutralized the pass rush early in that game.
Lawrence going to take a chance on 2nd and 1. Boy, he had his man, De'Ami Brown. But Lawrence a little bit too far.
My top 3 favorite teams, I say the Packers.
Coverage.
The Packers.
As we go downstairs, let's get an injury update with Aditi.
Spirit, I just talked to you about Derek Stingley. Well, now he is indeed questionable to return. It's not his abdomen, it's his rib, but I'm not a doctor. So that's why I got that wrong.
Aditi, you just play one on television.
Derek Stingley is questionable to return with a rib injury. Can this get any worse? Can this get any worse?
She had the greatest.
I would say the Packers.
And Aditi will be all over Stingley's status as Tremont Smith is going to be thrust into a much bigger role, at least for the moment. Little sidearm delivery. Lawrence completes. And they're going to get out across the 45-yard line.
The Packers.
The rookie running back. 7th-round pick out of Syracuse to pick up with 9.
Durante, no shade, but the 49ers.
Houston defense able to hold.
I wish I was a 49ers fan.
Jaguars.
I know I would have been heartbroken at the end of February.
It's significant.
And I would say the Buffalo Bills.
Like Derek Stingley. Now, this on paper, this could be a very good secondary or back 7 that takes the ball away with a combination of Stingley and Lassiter and the safeties Bullock and Gardner Johnson. But it's kind of amazing. We're sitting here in our 3rd game of the season, and they have yet to record an interception.
Logan Cook on for his 2nd punt. Gets it off cleanly. Jalen Knowles going to watch this one bounce into the end zone. And that'll be a touchback off the 54-yard punt. C.J. Stroud desperately looking for answers and their first points.
Here we have Animus Perpetuus.
Man.
Diet and exercise are no match for his genetics. Same old, same old. But what's this? Exploring weight loss treatment through hills instead of fighting the forces of nature. And he's completed an online intake. It's the first step to personalized treatment and prescribed. Science plus healthy habits. Glorious. Evolve your care for weight loss, sexual health, hair loss, and more.
Some people do. I don't know about everybody. But the Packers, they looking good right now. They like, ain't they what, 2-0? Yeah, they 2-0.
Perfect for denim season, sweater weather, and every other autumn occasion. Only at Macy's Fall Favorites.
We are the least scoring team in the NFL.
The new crafted flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one, or all 5. Try the all-new crafted flats starting at $5 each, only from Pizza Hut. So how did these 3 end up in this Vegas speakeasy with a story no one will believe? It began with ringside seats from BetMGM. That meant anything was possible. Like chatting with this guy, not that guy, this guy, who knew another guy who gave them a password that led down here, through here, and along here. Oh, not here. And helped them open this door. Actually, a bookcase with a hostess named Julie.
No, I don't watch soccer.
Making a night where anything can happen.
Nah, I don't watch that. I know we got a team down in Houston, but like I don't watch them, so yeah, I don't watch any soccer, man. Nah. Oh man, Flacco, how does that grass taste?
Stages second quarter with the Jags holding a 7-0 lead. Spear and Archer Didi down in the field. We got to talk about the NFL today, seeing those guys in their get-ups. We'll talk about Matt Ryan's wig a little bit later, but how cool was it seeing Brent Musburger back in the NFL Today studio?
It's pretty cool. You know, there's many times in my life I wake up and I do wish it was the 70s or the 80s. I didn't get to really experience the 70s, but it seemed like a really cool time to be alive.
Brent Musburger started mid-70s, 80s, 90s, just unbelievable run, and really special seeing Brent back in our studios in New York. Earlier today, Texans begin at the 20.
Oh!
No. Hard hit, boy, was that a late hit? But on that Jacksonville sideline, a second penalty flag is thrown.
Hold on.
No, the rookie third-round pick out of Iowa State. A couple of big returns last week. That 50-plus yarder on the punt to get them in a position late. And what's the call here from Alex Kemp?
Did you see the whatever you want to call it, the toss from Stroud? They are very fortunate that this ball wasn't fumbled.
There were fouls by both teams. Holding offense number 79. After the play was over, a personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 29. Penalties offset. First down.
Well, what a break for Jacksonville. That's Ariante Ursary, their rookie left tackle.
Watch C.J. Stroud. It looks like he's expecting to hand it off, and then he just flicks it out. And if you're asking my opinion, a negligible hold right here by number 79. No, maybe not. He had his left hand inside the collar of Hines Allen, and I stand corrected in my original opinion.
This is live television. You're allowed to go back. Ursary taking over Laremy Tunsil's old spot at left tackle. So costly penalty.
Finally getting Nico on board.
Tyson Campbell played it brilliantly.
That's at least that's the guy you need to get more involved. It's Nico Collins.
Jacksonville, 3 straight 100-yard games.
That's your best player on your offense. That's all you got.
Not been much of a factor yet.
Yeah, both he and Stroud have really been at their best against Jacksonville, and I think sooner or later we're here in the second quarter, and I know it's his first game back, but I also think you have to find a way to get Christian Kirk the football. I do think that he could be somebody that can really help out C.J. Stroud and be a sort of security blanket for him down the field.
Right on cue, Arch looking into his crystal ball, and they find Kirk, who has his second catch. Good to see Christian Kirk back on the field.
Who you got on the field?
Here in Jacksonville, before signing a big free agent deal in 22, had an excellent first year. Over 1,100 yards, but injuries besetting his last 2 seasons. Last year, the collarbone injury, week 8, ended his season. It really felt like he would be a guy who could take some of the load off Nico Collins.
Really became, and there he is on the sideline on 3rd and 2, really became one of Trevor Lawrence's favorite targets and one of the consistent big plays in the passing game.
Looks like we will have a coach's challenge here.
That ruling.
So it looks like they're going to challenge the catch with Christian Kirk working on that sideline in front of the Houston bench. Did he get that second foot in and control?
Let it start.
I'm just gonna watch. Ooh, we'll make a Buka one-handed catch.
Mayfield looking for Ibuka. What a one-handed catch. He pulls it in. He was matched up with Sauce Ibuka. Gains 30. What an amazing.
My boy Emeka Buka, man, he should be if he keeps this up, he should be a front runner for offensive rookie of the year, man.
And by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Call of the field has been overturned from completion to incomplete. Watch his right foot. Hits his hands, right foot up. That's 1 foot, second foot out. Gene Steratore agreeing off air during the commercial. And that sets up the Texans with a 3rd and 5. Instead of moving the chains, 0 of 3 so far, the Texans on 3rd down. Stroud puts
There you go.
First down, Houston. So they finally convert. Travis Hunter on the
There we
tackle
go.
against
There we go.
Dalton
There we
Schultz.
go.
Stroud was well protected, and they pick up a dozen.
Watch number 79, the rookie Ursery. They put a tight end over there just to widen out Hines Allen. He makes him run past the quarterback, and there's plenty of time for Stroud to convert his first 3rd down pass of the game. He was 0 for 3 on 3rd down before that throw.
Xavier Hutchinson makes his first catch as he returns to his hometown of Jacksonville. And now can they get to some pace? Art, you mentioned the quick game, the influence of Nick Caley all those years with Josh McDaniels in New England as they try to speed up the process for Stroud.
No, but I believe, though, that they've got to find a running game. And through the first 2 games, and even into this game, there just hasn't been a lot of room for Nick Chubb to operate.
Chubb long setback here. Stroud covered off.
Oh my God.
And he gets it out. Beautiful
Oh, that's
to get it to Hutchinson. It'll be a first down if it stands. There is a penalty flag, 2 of them, in fact, in the offensive backfield.
I think they're going to get the rookie for holding.
Offense number 79.
Oh!
Second down.
Okay. Holding. False start. Bro. Come on, man.
Well, listen, it doesn't get much. You can see that easy hold, but this is a tough matchup.
False start. It's the same rinse and repeat, man.
Which is his more natural position that he played when he was in college.
He gave up 5 pressures on the right
God.
side in week 1, only 2 last week.
2nd and 16.
This is going to be a key matchup throughout this game, and we're going to have to find some way to give him a little bit of help because I don't think he can hold up against Hines Allen for an entire 4 quarters.
Back to the ground game here after the penalty marks.
Too many players on the field for the Browns. But you got bailed out. Now shit, we in 3rd and 14, bro. This is stuff I be talking about.
Continues. We've seen him offense, defense, and special teams so far in this first half.
Yes, so far in this game, he's played 8 offensive snaps and 7 defensive snaps. It's roughly about 44% of the snaps on each side of the football. But here's C.J. Stroud, 3rd and 14. Again, it's going to be the 4 guys up front with zone coverage behind it. They've got to be able to protect.
Walker and Hines Allen pin their ears back. Stroud steps up.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my God.
Applying his own physicality. There's a late marker coming.
And there's a flag.
Play. Eric Murray was the man who hit Collins.
Yeah, that could be helmet. That's a helmet-to-helmet blow. I don't know who, but it looked like possibly leading with the crown of the helmet. It looked like 2 battering rams going at it.
It was Eric Murray who came in and laid that hit. And the discussion now continues.
Yep, that's helmet to helmet.
Officials, and boy, it looked like Murray took the brunt of that collision from Collins.
It really is. Murray just kind of hit him in the shoulder pad now that I look at it.
Eric Murray, the big free agent acquisition, facing his former team last 5 years as a member of the Texans.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 29. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Let's go.
Costly penalty against this Jacksonville defense.
I mean, really, it looked like,
right,
helmet to shoulder pad, G. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Now, even though he may make contact with the shoulder pad, what they're looking at is that diameter of the helmet. It's initiating force with the crown. It doesn't have to be to the opponent's head. It's the dipping of the head, and then where the contact is initiated, Arch. There is a piece of shoulder though involved there right before the helmet makes contact. But when you dip like that and apply force with the crown, they'll call illegal use of helmet on that play.
Great look at it from our camera operators here. We thank Gene for hopping on with us as Nick Chubb spins his way close to the 30. So by far, it's the best-looking drive for the Texans.
But is there a case to be made that Nico Collins also dropped his helmet?
Arch, it's a good question, but when Nico Collins, in my opinion, the impact's ready to happen, he's not moving forward. He's bracing. So he's bracing, leaning forward. They will apply that when they rule the judgment as well. So, yes, his head's down, but as he's stationary, pretty stationary as opposed to moving forward and thrusting, that's another element in real time. It's hard to decipher, but I think that's a piece of it.
Oh,
Gene, as always, Nico Collins
there you go.
Catch.
Gene, I challenge
that should, Nico, you're gonna need to go to him more often.
Let's move forward.
Dennis Gardick on the tackle.
Starting 1.
Number Houston already missed field goal, 52-yarder from Fairbairn earlier. They handle this potential 2-down situation.
There you go.
They won't have to make the decision.
Jane Higgins.
Good looking play. Jaden Higgins makes his first catch. So pick up a 5, and this drive continues. For Houston offense, Arch desperately looking for their first points.
It is, and they still had picked up the first down, so they did a good job in 3rd and long picking up the first down. Got some extra yardage with that unnecessary roughness penalty, but again, I'll put on my Captain Obvious costume. The red zone is where they have to try to figure out a way to put it all together and do not go backwards at the minimum.
10
play action.
Heavy pass so far, back to the airways. C.J. Stroud. We'll check the flag here. So Stroud taking a hit in the backfield. Hutchinson, the intended target.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 47.
Okay.
5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Or it's Gardeck. And the second costly penalty against this Jacksonville defense on this drive.
I thought just for a moment that C.J. Stroud had somebody right here crossing the field. You're going to see this as a bootleg. So Stroud is rolling to his left. And just at the end, he had a chance. I believe that was Higgins, number 81. But very difficult when you're rolling to your left to keep your eyes that far downfield. But it looked like a missed opportunity. They have not gotten a lot of great production down the field out of their rollout game so far.
This will be Chubb out of the backfield. Terrific pursuit. And he is down.
You should just kept running forward. Why are you trying to cut?
Kevin Lloyd leading the charge for Jacksonville. Let's get another NFL Today update.
Why are you trying to cut, man? You should just ran straight.
Spiro, here's a nugget for you. The Colts haven't punted this year. How about that? Jonathan Taylor touchdown, 17-6. Indy, back to you.
All right, Adam, and the Colts start puts even more pressure on these two teams, especially Houston, already 2 games back. Everything at stake for this Texans team. C.J. Stroud has converted 6 straight passes. They go here to the ground game.
Okay.
It's the rookie Woody Marks. Right up the gut, and he'll pick up a half dozen to set him up with 3rd and 4 here. And 7 and change left before the halftime.
That's a good run, and that's a really good, strong one-on-one tackle by the safety, Andrew Winger.
I'm going to get a clip.
In 3rd and medium, 3rd and short, Jacksonville has played some zone defense.
Nah.
And Stroud has been able to spot that little hook route inside. Wouldn't be more surprised to go man coverage here, a little bit tighter
Oh,
coverage,
never mind. I can't even do
and
it.
perhaps bring 1 extra blitzer, sending 5 instead of 4.
12th play of the drive for the Texans. Jacksonville brings 4. Stroud protected. Stroud ends up. Looking for the tight end Schultz. And what do they do here on 4th and 4? Looks like D'Amico Ryans is going to go for the 3 points. And when I get something to build on for this offense.
When I watch the offense, it just does seem in the passing game like they are getting a hard time of getting open and getting separation. I think there's a lot of tight window throws, and instead of trying to force it, Stroud is holding it because he just doesn't feel comfortable throwing into the tight coverage that he's seeing.
So Kaimi Fairbairn missed from 52. Townsend the holder. Austin Brinkman the long snapper operation.
At least we got 3 points.
And so is Fairbairn. To get the Houston Texans on the board here in Jacksonville. 6 and change left in the half on CBS.
When you make your dip super creamy with Hollands, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Ooh, he touched it down.
Bro, that's the other team.
And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Web series. They really.
That's a Hail Nail.
Man.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car
capitalize,
insurance.
bro, like for real.
Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching
Yeah.
before I stole cotton candy from a child. Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking the Jumbotron, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Don't hurt him, Kev.
All right, so at least the World Cup is in. I don't know. It's the World Cup. I don't know, man. Look, I mean, let's look it up. I mean, World Cup locations. Well, U.S. locations. Yeah, USA locations. Yes, the World Cup is in Miami. Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Seattle. So, yeah. I actually want to go to a game, a World Cup game.
Phillips has great Houston Oilers teams. And, what a fun trip down memory lane it has been as we rejoin you here from Jacksonville. 7-3. Jackson front. Pregame Fairbairn chip shot field goal to get the Texans their first points. And so they try to find some answers, Arch, with their offense down that sideline. 13 plays, 71 yards in just under 7 minutes. In what was by far the Texans' best offensive drive so far. Fairbairn on the kick it away, line and drive. And the point Allen's going to actually play it from a couple of yards deep. Not sure that was a very good decision, as they're going to get him down inside the 20. E.J. Speed joining this team from Indianapolis, able to get there with the special teams tackle. A reminder coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Nate, Matt Ryan, and Coach Cowher. All the scores and highlights around the NFL on this third Sunday of the new season. All to come on the Verizon halftime report. 3 offensive possessions, couple of punts, sandwiching that touchdown. As Trevor Lawrence and company begin at their own 20. Long setback is the rookie Tootin. Lawrence so far 8 of 14, 65 yards. Here is Tootin.
Good job, good job.
Arch, what about this Houston defense? Think of the units that D'Amico has built over the last 2 years for 2 teams that got into the playoffs, won the division, and this group now built around Alshire. And there's his defensive coordinator, Matt Burke.
Well, I believe this could be a really good defense because they have the guys up front that can give pressure. And Anderson and Hunter, Rankins inside. They have fast, athletic, physical linebackers. And they do have a secondary that can go out there and get the football. So when they do put it all together, I do believe they'll be one of the better defenses.
Pass.
Lawrence slinging one, trying to
That's incomplete.
Comebacker to Washington.
Here we go.
Officials say incomplete. Still no sign of Derek Stingley. Got the report from Abidi, the rib injury that they continue to work on down the sideline. So a potential miss, huge miss for Matt Burke and this defense.
Well, when you look at Stingley, the first 2 weeks of the year, he had some pretty great matchups. He had Devontae Adams that he covered quite a bit against the Rams. He had Mike Evans last week in Tampa. Right now, Jacksonville doesn't really have that type of receiver. You really would like Brian Thomas Jr. to be that and become that, but so far this season, at least in this game, they don't really have that matchup that they need Stingley to shadow for an entire game.
Liam Cohen is going to take a timeout. First of 3 charged timeouts with 6 and change left. Back in 30 seconds after this.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value.
Your rule number 105, Cineminis are part of the meal.
No.
Matthew, I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't watch like I don't keep up with
Minis with the $5 duo or $7
which is
treat.
tournaments.
Now that I've reevaluated my benefits and savings with Voya, I'm feeling great. How's your retirement plan going?
Oh, I've been ignoring it and then hoping for the best. Come on, good retirement.
Don't just hope for a strong future, plan for one with Voya. Plan, invest, protect.
You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. School D is Adam Marcelletta, Didi Kinkawala, our producer Jason Welsh, Mark Reno, director, rest of our CBS crew. From sunny Jacksonville, 3rd and 6. Trevor Lawrence and company just 1 of 3 on 3rd down so far. From the gun, put some touch on it. And it is incomplete.
All right, we at least got off the field. Good job.
Once again, this Houston defense able to hold.
Good job, defense.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Traymon Smith, despite the fact that they continue to play without Derek Stingley Jr.
Well, look at the protection. I think the offensive line, they've really done a nice job of giving Lawrence time to operate in the pocket. And he's gotten the ball out of his hands rather quickly. They see a matchup that they like. They get the safety to bite down on the underneath route. They get the one-on-one matchup, but they just can't connect down the field.
Jalen Knowles going to play it. There's a marker thrown behind the play. 40 yards on the punt from Cook.
Whoa.
There's some extra stuff at the end of that play. More flags are flying. Keep in mind what happened here. Last time these 2 teams played, Logan Cook had a fistful of someone's face mask. Logan Cook, the punter,
Oh, Lord.
We had that ugly brawl here last year, the hit by Alshire against Lawrence. Officials do a nice job to get them separated quickly. There was one penalty early on the return, and then two more that came flying at the end of that play from the other side of the field. So a lot to sort through here for Alex Kemp and his colleagues. 5:45 left before halftime, 7-3 Jacksonville. Jaguars will receive the football to begin the second half. As C.J. Stroud readies himself in this Houston offense. All kinds of stuff going on at the end of this play. See the drawing there. Christian Harris comes flying in, and that really started things. So how severe could this potential penalty be on Christian Harris, who may have ignited that little skirmish?
I don't, but did you see? I didn't think I saw any
Yeah,
punches or anything.
It didn't look like it from that vantage point.
Yeah, I didn't see no punches thrown or anything like that.
So New York is now involved as well to try to look from their global perspective if there was anything extra.
There were two fouls during the kick holding. Receiving team number 29. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the kicking team number 47. Those fouls will offset at the end of the kick, and Houston will keep the ball.
All right, so M.J. Stewart for Houston and Dennis Gardeck, who's been hit with a couple of penalties. Texans will have it when we come back. They're down 4 on CBS.
I thought that unnecessary roughness was going to be called on us because the way Christian came in. I'm like, okay. I mean, it wasn't no punches thrown, nothing like that. So, I mean...
Say goodbye to multiple daily insulin injections and say hello to Omnipod 5. It works with your CGM sensor to adjust insulin automatically, helping protect you from highs and lows, day and night. Plus, it's tube-free and waterproof. Life gets bigger when diabetes gets smaller. Request your free starter kit today. Go to Omnipod.com for terms and conditions, risk information, and instructions for use. Consult your healthcare provider before starting on Omnipod. Omnipod. Simplify life.
Yeah, be sure you y'all get the lights on, man. At least that's what we can do.
CBS Premier Week and streaming on Paramount Plus. The NFL is live in Ireland on NFL Network. Hear our stars come out in the morning. Vikings, Steelers. It's Sunday morning football. Next Sunday at 9:30 Eastern.
All right, so back in Jacksonville, Liam Cohen frustrated. Felt like that thing was initiated by Houston. We spoke with Gene off air. And, yeah, look, it's not necessarily who starts, who initiates the skirmish. As it looked like it was the Texans that did. Christian Harris came flying in after the play, so there's certainly some frustration down that Jacksonville sideline. But, Arch, you got to pick up the pieces and move on.
I believe that the Jacksonville Jaguars were concerned about a blindside block right there. But I think earlier in the play, somebody took a shot and blindsided.
Yeah, it looked like it was Christian Harris who came and hit Gardeck in the back, and that's why Gardeck was frustrated and retaliated with his own push. One play, it's on the rookie Marks. And it's a pickup of 3 yards with 5:34 to play before halftime. 2nd and 7 for Houston.
Well, we came into this game talking about how important it is to get this run game going and how good Stroud has been with their play.
All right, second and 7.
Passing game over the first.
Just about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Now they've run play action 5 times today. They've only completed 3 balls for 4 yards. So the combination of run game, play action, what they do well, just hasn't been there.
If you go play action here,
get rid of it.
Running for his life.
Please get rid of it.
Everyone covered down the field. Well done by Jacksonville's secondary, Josh Hines-Allen. Mason Smith were giving chase.
Spiro, you cannot have this. Maximum protection. Look at how many players. There's going to be 3 players give Hines-Allen attention. 1, you got 43 coming over and 27, and he still gets pressure. Wow. When you only have a 2-man route. That can't happen. You cannot operate an offense if you keep everybody in and you can't block a 4-man rush.
Josh Hines-Allen, who, by the way, is a couple of sacks away from breaking their career sack record here in Jacksonville. Texans just 2 of 7 on 3rd down. Quick release, Hutchinson, and he appears to be short. Needed the 45. They pick up only 6. And decision time here on 4th down for D'Amico Ryans.
Go for it.
And they will punt.
What the fuck, man?
Just a brilliant open field tackle by Tyson Campbell.
But you know, Jacksonville, they sent 5. They brought a pressure. The ball has to come out fast. But to me, the primary issue that the Texans have to solve is how do we get Stroud? How can we not have so many unblocked pressures? And when we have more to block what they're bringing, they've got to be able to block it up and give him time.
For another punt that Tommy Townsend would have liked back. A Pro Bowl punter. And boy, they're going to give Jacksonville really nice starting field position. Back in 30 seconds after this from Progressive Insurance.
Okay, Nate, it's just one smile, okay? One smile, and then we can go home,
terrible,
okay?
Bro.
No, that's too much teeth.
Nate, come on.
You gotta look at the camera, honey.
Nate, listen to your mother.
Buddy, look up, okay? No, that's too far up. This isn't working. DeVito, you're in.
Tommy DeVito, backup Nate.
If only there were backups in real life.
Hey guys, follow me on this one.
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
This really is like.
Okay, now everybody look at DeVito on this one.
You telling me you had 3 guys on Joshua Hines-Allen,
From Tommy
and you still broke that? Like,
so that gives Liam Cohen's offense excellent starting position at their own 31. Extended 4-minute offense. They've got 2 timeouts as they try to build on a 4-point lead. Hand off here to Etienne. Archer, we started the show talking about this Houston run defense. How would they fare against this Jacksonville run attack? And so far, so good.
I would say #1 rushing offense in the NFL, averaging 169 coming in, and here you are, almost finished with the first half in Jacksonville, only 11 yards rushing. I know that this defense was not happy because at times Tampa on Monday night was more physical than this defense, than what they've showed, and they've come out here and they've answered it against this offensive line.
False start, offense number 86, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It's the tight end, Johnny Munt. 2nd false start penalty against Jacksonville. And obviously a unit that is trying to work.
Sarah McKinnon with an interception. First of the year.
Again, one thing to keep in mind, Jacksonville will have the football to begin the second half. So Houston trying to get their defense off the field. And another potential opportunity for C.J. Stroud. 2nd and 14 after the penalty. Lawrence, little sidearm delivery. Brenton strains the intended target. And it will be 3rd and 14. NFL Today update, Adam Shine.
Spiro, Arch, take a look at this. We got a good one in D.C. Jeremy McNichols. You think he's down? He's not. 60 yards. Takes it to the house. 17-10.
Man.
Washington, back to you.
All right, Adam, what a big potential win that would be if the Raiders can figure it out. Commanders, all the expectations that they've got. Trying to win that game without Jaden Daniels, their franchise quarterback. 3rd and 14. As the Jags work inside the 30, could be a free play. Lawrence fires, completes.
3rd and 14, and we gave that up.
Thomas, there are 2 different flags. They pick up 18 as we await the call here from Alex Kemp.
I think it's an illegal shift because there were 2 people in motion.
Illegal shift. Offense number 5 never got set. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So here and here, watch as this play goes. You have one person in motion. He doesn't set for more than 1 second. And that's LaQuint Allen and De'Ami Brown. He doesn't set for 1 second before the motion happens. And you take off a huge connection on 3rd down that would have been 1st down off the table.
Just the killer wipes away an 18-yard pickup, 1st down connection. And boy, those penalty numbers now starting to creep up on the Jags. They're 6th. 3rd and 19.
Oh, there you go, Will. There you go.
Will Anderson.
There you go.
Wreaking havoc for the Texans.
Ooh. Much needed. Much needed.
It's a loss of a dozen, and Matt Burke fired up.
But you have to know better if you're Trevor Lawrence. It's 3rd and 19, and you just can't take a negative play like this. He's got somebody open right here, and he's looking to try to make that play downfield when everybody from Houston is dropping back, and instead of just getting it out of his hands and living to play another down, you just lost a massive amount of field position, and now you're going to give Houston a chance here before halftime.
Anderson,
see if Jalen can get it. Oh, yeah, he can get one.
Tampa, making another big play for the Texans. Jalen Noel weaving his way up the field. Got guys stripping at the football. Noel's going to get himself to the 40-yard line as the field tilts back in Houston's favor. Well, Jacksonville is such a good start, but the Texans' defense has been huge since.
All right, 2-minute warning.
There's going to work, and then there's building a business with Business Platinum.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back, you guys.
Rome looks giant next to that tiny press. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
Jason Kelsey and these NFL fans are going wild. That's because NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube.
All right, so we need to get a score right here because we're going to get the ball back. Because Jacksonville's getting the ball back when we come back from the halftime. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do during halftime. I'm probably going to eat something during halftime.
Yes, is sponsored by KFC's Big Chicken Sandwich.
We'll probably just go on an intermission break. Like, I'll turn the camera off and stuff like that. And
State Farm is there.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some of the most impressive sportsmen on our crew. This is our Bob Cormandy, one of our talented camera operators, who also happens to be a world-class windsurfer. Getting some nice run out of the Atlantic this weekend in Jacksonville. Well done, Bob.
Another false start.
False start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. First.
Well, it's just starting to look like a preseason game. Operational issues now for both sides.
It's really what you've kind of seen from this offense for the first 2 games of the season.
Jeez.
Finally get
decent
field position.
Why?
Great chance to get some points out of this drive going to halftime, down by 1 point or possibly get a touchdown. And you just put yourself in a hole starting 1st and 15 with an offense that has not been able to get anything going downfield.
Texans playing with 3 timeouts, but Campbell lighting up Dalton Schultz. So pickup of only 3. Campbell has been sensational. Where you wonder maybe if Liam Coleman would start to use his timeouts. Jacksonville does have the football arch to begin the second half, but they're going to let that thing run here as we're inside of 90 seconds.
They get a stop here for decent. Put them in the 3rd and long. Certainly, I would expect to see him take his timeout if that happens for the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Jags rush 4. Stroud loses his footing. Got his feet tangled up. The pressure from Hines Allen.
Well,
so he's starting to put his imprint on this game.
He has, and the rookie over there, Ursery, has really had a tough time. Josh Allen, watch him just come off the edge and bowl him right back into Stroud's lap. Allen, he played last year at about 280 pounds, which is about, if you ask him, it was too heavy. He's down towards his natural playing weight, about 270 pounds, and he said in our meeting that he feels fast, strong, explosive, and so far he is having an direct impact in this game.
So timeout taken here. With 1:07 left, let's check in with the DD.
Dennis Gardeck in Jacksonville out to San Jose Elementary School. More than 200 7 to 10-year-olds in the Pine Forest neighborhood spent the day laughing and running through football drills. And those Somos Duval shirts you see, Spiro, those mean we are Duval.
All right, DD, wonderful initiative. Always great to see these teams get out in their local communities.
Why don't you give us a Duval?
I will not do it justice.
That's a great answer.
3rd and 12. What kind of pressure do the Jags bring here? Handoff taken. Chubb weaving his way. There's another marker thrown in the offensive backfield. Texans needed the Jacksonville 48. And this one is coming back.
Yeah, they may get Titus Howard here, who takes
holding. Offense number 71.
10-yard penalty.
Still 3rd down.
Yeah, he takes a look, and the linebacker. Some people would call it. Titus is saying, "Hey man, that's a pancake block." Number 71 here. He might have a pretty good case for just having a pancake.
So Jacksonville obviously declines the penalty with Chubb coming up short of the 1st down. 6 penalties against the Texans, 46 yards. That was their 2nd hold. Obviously, Titus Howard frustrated. Boy, a lot to talk about for D'Amico Ryans, Nick Caley, and this Houston offense in that halftime locker room. Came here with a lot of questions that they had to answer. And with the exception of that one drive, there just hasn't been much to feel good about for this Houston offense. 4th punt for Townsend in this 1st half. He hasn't been very good so far. It's a good one here. Angles out of bounds. We'll see where the officials mark this football. With 53 seconds left.
It's downright frustrating.
And now Jacksonville playing with 2 timeouts. They're going to have it right around their own 20. So only a 32-yard punt by Townsend as his struggles continue. The reminder to keep it here. The Verizon halftime report comes your way next. JB with their wigs and 70s attire will have all the scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Arch, do you try to push something here, or do you take a knee, go inside with the 4-point lead?
Well, you don't just throw in the towel, but you do have to be careful because Houston's played almost 100% zone coverage. And so they're all going to be dropping back and make sure that nothing gets behind them.
Azeez Alshire dumping De'Ami Brown. He has been public enemy number 1 here in Jacksonville. Injured player here is De'Ami Brown, who took a punishing hit from Alshire. And now that is going to bring the athletic trainers onto the field for Jacksonville. He is down hard on that left shoulder.
This is a physical defense at all 3 levels.
So now the concerned Liam Cohen onto the field will step aside as they continue to work on De'Ami Brown.
3, 2,
1.
roll it.
Wow, we can't do nothing. We cannot do anything. I don't know what it... We should have never hired a first-time play caller. We should have never did this. If there was nobody available out there, you should have kept Bobby Slowick. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, you should have paid Chip Kelly some top-tier money. You should have threw a bag at Chip Kelly to call offensive plays. I don't know. But this is terrible. This was not a good first half from the offense, obviously. I never... The defense keeps having to go out there, and they keep getting gassed. Well, your defense...
Like it's the left shoulder for De'Ami Brown, as they will take a look at him in the medical tent, jawing after that play. The guy who applied that hit was Azeez Alshire. We know the history between Alshire and this Jacksonville team. You see Trevor Lawrence in the mix. So the intensity starts to ratchet up now between these two teams. We're down to 42 seconds. Lawrence and company working with 1 timeout. They deliver near side to Strange. Forced out of bounds by Petrie. That stops the clock at 36 seconds of first down connection of 16.
Yeah, Petrie, I know it's... Listen, there's still 36 seconds left. He cannot allow that to get outside and get out of bounds. Just one of the small details. And you saw that happen on Monday night in their 2-minute offense at the end of the game.
Lawrence, who had really struggled since that really nice start, delivers here and finds Strange again. To'o with the tackle. One thing to keep in mind, their kicker Cam Little has a monster leg. Remember, he hit that 70-yard field goal in a preseason game. As the pass here for Washington falls incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Jags. Good pressure that time coming from Danielle Hunter.
Third and 2 with only 1 timeout left. So if this ball is caught in bounds, you know, to me, this has got to be an intermediate style pass because you're not going to have enough time to just throw a 2-yard route, call your timeout, still run a play, and kick the field goal. So expect something intermediate.
Incomplete. Tough potential catch in traffic for Hunter Long. Tremon Smith was there defensively, and on 4th down, Jacksonville's going to punt it away here with 11 seconds.
Really, really disappointing sequence, but credit Houston. I think something tells me that Alshire is pumped up to play in this game. He's been flying all over the place.
So Trevor Lawrence started the day 6
CJ can get a good punt return here.
Really good looking touchdown drive. Since that point, Lawrence just 5 of 14 passing. 6 offensive possessions for the Jags. 5 punts.
Yeah, he can't get one.
And that 1 touchdown. As Logan Cook angles this one out of bounds, they're going to mark it just inside that 20-yard line as we are down to 4 seconds. So really good defense from both sides. The two offenses, Arch, that have really struggled so far in this game.
It is, but we knew coming into this game that the defenses, at least in the first couple games, have shown a lot. Now, if you're Houston, you know, you've given up 17 points a game in your first two games. I know the last drive of the game really stands out as a poor drive. And Jacksonville, I know you gave up a lot of points last week to Cincinnati, but they also are a much improved defense this year.
All right, both of these teams, a lot to talk about in their halftime locker rooms. 7-3 Jacksonville. And a big one between these two AFC South teams as we go downstairs at Edie with D'Amico Ryan.
All right, D'Amico, your defense obviously holding its own, but how can you help your offense?
Yeah, we just have to sustain drives. You got to be able to finish, continue to gain positive plays, and move down the field and put the ball in the end zone.
We appreciate it.
All right, Edie, as D'Amico will make his way into the locker room. They're down 4 points, and it will be Jags football to begin the second half.
It's really just...
Get to our first half highlights from Verizon next. And a
terrible.
word from your local station.
Don't hurt him, Kev. Oh,
really is terrible, bro. Really is terrible. I'm about to go make me something to eat. I can't do this no more. This sucks. They only scored 3 points in the first half, and they have a lackluster offense. It's just terrible. Downright terrible, man. Real talk. It's just terrible. We suck.
Verizon Halftime Report. Boy, Scotty Harris with the directions before we even come on. Maybe I'm looking. I hear you. Hey, folks, welcome back to Studio 43 and the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL is powered by Verizon 5G with the guys and the highlights.
And the New England Patriots from Andre Stevenson's going to fumble this one. Running back Kenneth Gainwell is going to take it over from 1 yard line. Pittsburgh's up 7-0 in Aaron Rodgers. He's going to find DK Metcalf on this 12-yarder right there in the back of the end zone. A little fade right there. They're up 14-7 at the half. Pittsburgh's defense, 2-10 games.
All right, we have the Bengals and the Vikings. Battle of the backup quarterbacks, Jake Browning and Carson Wentz. You know what? Forget about the quarterbacks. It's all about the defense. You're really particularly one man. How about this? Jake Browning, he's going to step up. Intercepted by Isaiah Rodgers. He takes this back 87 yards to the house with the pick six. My man also has a scoop and score for a touchdown. And he also has a forced fumble. Dang. And it's the first time. And it's the first half. Isaiah Rodgers is having a day, 31-3. It's the Vikings with the lead in this one. And then the Packers, Browns defense playing well. Packers are only up 3-0 in the third quarter. You got a close one.
All right, Rams taking on the Eagles, and it is going to be Matthew Stafford off the play action right here, looking over the top. He's going to let it rip, and he's going to find Devontae Adams. Nate, push off?
If they don't call it, it's not.
It's not a football. 19-7 with the Rams on top early third quarter.
All right, we have the Raiders and the Commanders. It's some old school football here. Jeremy, Nick Nichols, taking a few hits, and he's breaking all of the tackles. He's grown. And once he gets going, he's picking them up and putting them down, and he gets into the end zone on this long run to the house. Commanders, they're up 20-10 in this one.
All right, Texans taking on the Jaguars in Jacksonville, and right here it is Bashaw Tootin right up the middle off the left. Get 1-yard touchdown. Jacksonville on top 7-3.
Indianapolis at Tennessee. Daniel Jones doing this thing, but so is that Tennessee defense. Watch this right here. Kenny Moore's going to step in front of his Cam Ward. Don't throw it out there. It lasts 32 yards. You can take it back. Defense also has 2 sacks. They lead 20-6 at the half. And then down in Tampa Bay with the New York Jets is Baker Mayfield. Really right here is going to find Mike Evans in the back of the end zone with a slant right there. And then that Tampa Bay defense, Tyrod Taylor going back. He gets pressure. He steps up, throws it wide. As Jamal Dean stepping right in front, in stride, 55 yards. And it is Tampa Bay leading now 20-6.
All right, Falcons taking on the Panthers in Charlotte, and Bryce Young down by the goal line is going to drop back off the play action, look to his right, see nothing, and he's going to take off to a little window to his left. He's going to take it himself, Bryce, for the 4-yard touchdown. How about Carolina on top, 10-0 in an NFC South matchup?
Talk about this Jacksonville defense. They've been all over C.J. Stroud all day. You can see right there the throw. Great cap right there by Dennis Garlic. And then Trayvon Walker, number 1 pick right here. You see right here, C.J. comes back there and feels the pressure. Sack right there by Trayvon Walker. And then Devin Lloyd. Great play right here. Watch this out of space. It's a little screen play. He fights off a couple blocks, beats another blocker. Great play right there. They are flying around making some plays in the first half of this game. You can see what they've done right now to C.J. Stroud. 13-20, and you can see 69 total yards right there. They are tackling very well, and they're playing very well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the defensive battle, right? And on that graphic, we saw the yards per attempt for the quarterbacks. 3.5 for C.J. Stroud, 4.4 for Trevor Lawrence. When you're going against a good defense, it makes it difficult in the passing game. To me, the inability to run the ball for the Jacksonville Jaguars is a problem. Houston, decent in that first half, but Houston's got to find some way to get this passing game going. They have not been able to do it for the start of this season, certainly not able to do it in the start of this game.
You know what it is, Matt? They are not sustaining drives. The first couple of weeks, 4 for 18 on third downs. We talked about who you are in the first couple of weeks is who you will become toward the middle of the year. And in this game, the same thing. They're 3 for 9 on third down. You can't find a rhythm on offense if you can't sustain these drives. And this is something that we did not see this team struggle with the last couple of years, especially in the first season for C.J. Stroud. They have to stay on the field on third down. You can't get points if you don't.
And, defenses start to break down a little bit. You sit there, we can watch the Cleveland Browns stay in these games week in, week in after what. But the trickle-down effect when you have no offense starts to wear down the defense. Just mentally and then obviously physically with the tough number staff around there. Because this Houston defense can get after.
Hey, listen, both these teams better have a sense of urgency. This ball game matters for both of them. The Colts are rolling in division. They've got to chase.
Ideally, you want to see third down conversion being roughly around what?
Give me over 50%.
Not 4 for 18. I hear you loud and clear. Hey, folks, and the Verizon halftime report continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G.
Being an NFL player demands knowledge, preparation, and skill. Protecting you demands the most cutting-edge helmet technology. The NFL drives innovation through testing, data, and collaboration with helmet manufacturers. With more position-specific models tailored to player roles. And 3D scanning for custom fits to enhance protection and performance, leading to last season having the lowest number of concussions on record. Before any helmet goes on, safety goes in.
We're going to take out the competition.
What'd you think? I wasn't going to hear about this? What's my cut?
I am obligated to destroy everything you have built.
So what are we going to do about it?
I'm going to break these drawings 6 places.
you're not romantic.
This could be the greatest opportunity of my life, and it comes with danger.
Is that a ghost?
It ain't nobody seen that coming. Tulsa King, new season, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G.
I work with the police. I like my outlandish theories with a heavy dose of evidence.
Can you be careful with that?
Whoever did this is still out there. Maybe faster.
Hell's Back returns Sunday, October 12th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Our patients need detectives.
I have never seen anything like this before.
Ever. Watson, new season, CBS Monday, October 13th.
It's time for 60 Minutes. New season next Sunday.
I'll be back here. I just made me some sandwiches, y'all. Because I'm tired of eating out. Y'all feel me?
Don't want to miss a game? Just tell Siri. Show me the football schedule.
Back with you from Jacksonville as we're ready for the second half. The Jags will have the football, and they got a 7-3 lead. Big early season game between these two teams, both hopefuls to come out of the AFC South. Spiro and Arch will hear from Aditi in a second. Biggest takeaways, first half, ugly offense and really good defense for both sides.
Yeah, it looks like a game from 1975. Low scoring and kind of a slugfest. But both football teams offensively really having a hard time getting.
Oh, I came back just in time.
Jacksonville only 11 yards rushing in the first half. And for Houston, to me, most of their problems still center around their inability to consistently protect and give their quarterback time to make a throw.
This one will bounce into the end zone, and we'll get a touchback. Good starting field position for Liam Cohen's offense as they will begin at the 35. A couple of seconds ago, Aditi with the Jags head coach.
Okay, Liam, we're seeing your defense play as tough as possible, but 11 rush yards out of your offense. How much of a priority is to get that going?
Yeah, we got to get it going, absolutely. We have to call more of them, and we also have to go execute. They showed us a couple of different looks than we were prepared for, and we got to adjust to those things and go execute in the second half.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Liam Cohen, the first-year rookie head coach, 39
I
years
think
of
Nico's
age.
at like 3 or 4.
This young new regime, James Gladstone, the 35-year-old GM, and they get this franchise back ascending in the AFC South as they begin their second half with a Travis Etienne run. candid there in what he said to Aditi, seeing maybe Arch some different looks. But after that touchdown drive, not much to feel good about for their offense.
Well, either one of two things has to happen for Jacksonville. Either you do get the run game going and show what you've shown in the first two games, or they've got to go out there and prove and show that they can operate in the passing game in a one-dimensional situation.
Oh, what a run. Second effort, Tootin really put his name on the map with how impressive he was in training camp and the preseason. So we're going to go downstairs, get an injury update with Aditi.
Spiro, we saw Diami Brown go down on that very last drive of the first half. He is questionable to return with a shoulder injury.
All right, so that is potentially big news with Diami Brown. Meantime, Derek Stingley Jr. dealing with a rib injury. We heard the report from Aditi. Injured in that first half. We haven't seen him since. Haven't been told that his day is done officially, so we'll keep you updated on his status as ETN is tackled by Al
Holding, offense number 72, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's the left tackle, Walker Little. And the penalty numbers continue to pile up for Jacksonville.
Number 72 at left tackle, and that's really the first time you see him working against Hunter. Really the first time both teams' running games have all been inside today, in between the tackles. And that's the first time we've seen today Jacksonville attempt to go outside and try to get something working on the perimeter.
Well, Quint Allen, the rookie back, is split out top of your picture. 2nd and 20 after what is the 7th Jacksonville penalty, totaling nearly 60 yards. Beautiful maneuver. It's Hunter making his first big play. Boy, puts him in the spin cycle as he works on the sideline.
Get up fucking 20 yards, bro.
And the young man
give me yards right back.
2nd overall picks up 21 on a brilliant catch and run.
Well, with no Diami Brown, who else is going to have this speed and playmaking ability to get the ball to? And when you watch Hunter, almost everything that he's done this season has been underneath 10 yards. They're looking for ways to be able to free him up, open up in space because of that running after the catch ability. And I think that's somebody that you still have to try and feature and get the ball into his hands in the second half of this game.
First catch of the day for Hunter. First time he's been targeted as ETN takes on tacklers. Picks up 1, maybe 2. Hunter Arch 37 total snaps in the first half. This was where he stood coming into this game. 84 offense, 49 defense. Liam Cohen did hint that maybe we would see that shade a little bit more towards the defensive side in this matchup with Houston. As we have an injured Houston Texan here, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's now being tended to by the athletic trainers. Just consider everything that's on Travis Hunter's plate. It's hard enough to be a rookie Arch on one side of the ball. Those thick playbooks, offense, defense, every minute of his schedule during the week accounted for as they try to get him in a position to help this Jacksonville team. Meantime, Gardner-Johnson still being looked at. Remember, he missed nearly a month of camp. He had that scary right knee injury that they initially thought maybe could have been significant. He was able to eventually come back. And obviously a big part of the back end of this Houston defense.
Yeah, and now their defense, they're undermanned a little bit, especially in that secondary. They're already without Jalen Smith, one of the corners coming into this game, and now with Stingley out, and now they have to go with another reserve at safety.
Here's ETN out of the backfield, triple threat. Gets his way into the flat as he is spun out of bounds by To'o, a pickup of a half dozen. And now Parker Washington a little bit late to get to his feet. And thankfully looks like he's okay. 3rd and short coming up. We're just crazy to see this run-pass play call balance. We're talking about Liam Cohen's run attack. And clearly you've seen some different looks affecting the way he is calling the play so far as they try to build on this 4-point lead.
But you have seen them have a little bit of success attacking outside the numbers, either on a run You saw the play to Travis Hunter in the right flat, and then that time getting ETN again outside the numbers to put them in a 3rd and 3 situation.
This is where you need your franchise quarterback to deliver. He gets it to Washington.
Can't tackle, can't do nothing.
First down and more for the Jags. Parker Washington continues to be a featured piece. Kalen Balak missed the tackle, and Washington rings him up for 16.
Well, you notice that Lawrence has time in the pocket. He's able to step up. Anderson off of the edge, and then there's a miscommunication or a bust in coverage because nobody accounts for Washington, crossing the screen right there, and kind of a unique route combination. Somebody, Brian Thomas Jr. was really in the same area, so looking like an offensive bust ends up a big play for Jacksonville.
Boy, that Houston front not fooled. ETN is blown up. Tim Settle able to dump him down for a loss of 2. Let's get an NFL Today update to New York and Adam Scheib.
Spiro, Arch, the Colts are cruising. Is this Daniel Jones or Peyton Manning?
Wow, Colts up 27-6 over the Titans.
27-6. Indy, back to you.
And again, they continue to put the pressure on both of these two teams in the AFC South, with the Colts trying to close in on their 3rd straight win. Abidi updating us on Derek Stingley. Boy, the news is not good. He is downgraded to out for this Houston defense. One of their most indispensable pieces.
Another hold, another penalty.
Flag flies, and this one is going to be coming back for Jacksonville.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Which is nowhere to sugarcoat. It's just bad football. So many mistakes. 8th penalties against Jacksonville. And now if you're D'Amico Ryans and Matt Burke, you got to really hit the drawing board now, as they are really thin now in that secondary.
Well, here's a question. You'd love to take advantage, but who
10-0
is going to be able to take advantage? Because Brown is out. Brian Thomas Jr. has yet to have a significant impact in this game. Travis Hunter, outside of that one catch, has not been a part of the offense. So if you want to take advantage of a secondary, who steps up to be able to make that play?
But right now, this Jacksonville offense just looks ill-equipped to take advantage, as Strange never had a chance. Traymon Smith, and they lose 3.
We're losing 7-3.
He's playing some pretty good ball in there. And, Jacksonville, they tried to take a few shots earlier in the first half and couldn't quite connect. Houston's secondary doing a really nice job of taking the top off of the offense, but everything underneath, outside of a couple, random plays, Houston really is tackling well and playing a real physical brand of football.
Tim Patrick in motion, 3rd and 24. Not many in the book for this play. Couple of tackles broken by Strange. He's still going. But that gets him into field goal range, and boy, in a position where maybe, Arch, do you think about it here? 4th down, don't have much going, and it looks like Liam Cohen's going to go for points.
Yeah, we saw in game 1 a couple of very aggressive 4th down going for it, but I think in this game, you get a chance to get 3 points. The way your defense is playing, what you've seen from the Houston offense, 100% kick the field goal and try and go up by 7.
So here's Cam Little, the 2nd-year kicker. And they took with the 6th-round pick out of Arkansas last year. Good snap, good hold, and Little delivers to Liam Cohen. A 52-yard.
Shouldn't have given up that.
Flag thrown.
He's giving them the yards back, bro.
My goodness.
Oh, is that using leverage?
What? Are you fucking serious?
Personal foul, leverage, defense number 95. The 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Back-breaking penalty against the Texans.
Wow.
Pressure by Derek Barnett over the left guard, right in this area, number 95. Watch as he tries to jump and get his hand on the air.
This is downright, bro, leverage.
You see right there, his hand uses the.
I'm telling y'all, bro, this football team is undisciplined.
Lineman to get up higher, and that is a backbreaker.
So they take the 3 points off the board, and now Jacksonville has it, fresh set of downs, inside the Houston 19. As they try to build on this 4-point lead. ETN. Well, this thing, the penalties, both sides, such a big part of the story from where we sit. 7 and change left third quarter. D'Amico Ryans and his Texans coming to Jacksonville 0-2, desperately trying to get their season jump-started. A big moment here for their defense. But if you've just hopped on with us, this Jacksonville offense that has not exactly been setting the place on fire. Trying to get themselves recalibrated. Lawrence goes through his reads. Everyone covered. Lawrence punished. They don't lose a ton of yardage as Lawrence able to creep up towards the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 3. Folaransu Fatukasi able to make first contact for the Texans.
Look at this power move right inside. But, you know, Houston is playing almost every snap in zone coverage. And over the course of Trevor Lawrence's career, he has struggled and hasn't played his best football when he sees that coverage. Nobody open downfield, and now you get the 4-man rush able to provide pressure and get Lawrence to the ground.
Lawrence again under heavy pressure on the release. Thomas incomplete as that was broken up. Jalen Petrie. And again, Lawrence in the face of pressure to rush that just a little bit. And on 4th down and long, they're going to try another field goal.
Yeah, and that's on Walker Little, who has really played well at left tackle here for Jacksonville. Had a nice matchup, tough matchup last week against Hendrickson for Cincinnati, but just gets beat to the inside, and Lawrence has nowhere to go with the football.
So Little hit the 52-yarder that was wiped away by the Houston penalty. This will be easier at 39. See what he's done so far this season to try to extend this thing to a 7-point lead. Snap wasn't great. Good recovery by the holder Cook. And Cam Little extends their lead.
Yeah, it's just
3 Jacksonville, 6 and change left in this third quarter on CBS.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it though?
How about dogs?
Okay. Never I paid Manning.
like I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. You give up a big play, you give them the yards back, and then you put them in field goal range. Then you get a penalty that draws them even closer. You're lucky you get another 3 and out. It feels like I don't know if it's just me, but it just feels like we're getting blown out. If you get what I'm saying, bro, you get what I'm saying. I just feel like we're getting blown out in this game. Like the game is not even close. I feel like we're getting blown out and nothing can go our way. We suck as a whole. The football team is undisciplined. Like I said, the offensive struggles still continue with another first-year offensive play caller that this team, this front office went out and hired because, hey, look, he's from the Patriots. Let's turn everything into the Patriots South. That's what they want. They want to try to be the second coming of the New England Patriots, and it's never gonna fucking work. Let's just be honest. Because you think about it, Nick Caserio, he came from New England Patriots, became our GM. And then you go out and you promote the offensive line coach that was an assistant last year with one of the worst offensive lines in the league to an official offensive line coach, and you hired him from in-house and you promoted him. Oh, so you just wanted to keep him because he was from New England, right? He is from that Patriots system with the good old days with Tom Brady, right? So you promote him in-house, and then you go out and you hire another first-time offensive play caller. Oh, let's look at his background. Oh, he came from the Patriots. Come on.
test for the Buckeyes when number 1 Ohio State hits the road to take on Washington. It all begins at 2:30 Eastern with college football today here on CBS.
Oh,
streaming.
Yeah. Let's become the new Patriots South, bro.
CJ Stroud, Nick Caley.
Somebody should get fired if we start 0-3.
New offensive system for CJ Stroud.
Somebody should get fired.
Certainly a frustrating couple of weeks.
Somebody.
What they hope will be a fruitful pairing. Still very much in this game, despite all the offensive struggles. One-score game, 10-3 as we play the latter stages of this first quarter. Jalen Knoll out across the 30.
Well, Spiro, when you look at the Houston Texans offense, they said they were close, but they still haven't put it together. It just seems a little bit off. There's nothing open downfield. And then as we talked about early in this game, I don't believe that they've been able to manage the pressure. I don't believe they've improved in their protection.
First half possessions, a field goal, 4 punts, missed field goal.
Hines Allen have been wreaking havoc. Walker with 4 pressures and a sack. Hines Allen with 3 pressures, 9 total. 40% of the time they've been able to get to C.J. Stroud. To me, that's the story of the game.
They begin this drive with a pitch play here. This is Woody Marks.
Another penalty. Another penalty.
Flag here.
Another one.
Everyone wondered what this offense would look like under Caley. 42 years old, first-time play caller, first-time offensive coordinator.
Personal foul, face mask. Offense number 79. It's a 15-yard.
That's his third penalty. That's the guy's third penalty.
Penalized for the second time.
He's been called for 2 holdings and 1 face
2
mask.
years with Sean McVay in L.A. 6 years with Josh McDaniels.
Literally.
So they're just trying to deal with some of these penalty issues.
Yep. And
dude gets called for a couple holdings and just a face mask.
He's given up 4 pressures, 1 sack. He's had a hold. I think it's his
false start, holding, face mask
of the game.
Any other penalty you can think of.
Duty out there. He has a.
It just kills the drive automatically, and now you're in second and forever.
Hines Allen a handful for anybody in the league.
That was actually the 3rd penalty on Ursery.
Oh, screen pass.
This is Knoll.
That doesn't work.
Across the 20 as he works outside the numbers. Lewicki has been the tackle.
Why is he not in his? Why is Jalen Knoll in his offense? Not in his offense as much. Why is Jay Higgins not involved as much? What was the point of drafting 2 rookie wide receivers then?
This is what they look like last
you could just went out and just signed someone.
Offensive line alignment. This is what they.
You should never let Stephon Diggs leave.
Their center went down to injury. They had to move Ursery over to right tackle. Week 2 inserted Patterson in center. And so
this is
a lot of
3rd and forever. 3rd and forever.
They just haven't been able to get that.
I thought y'all talked about not living in 2nd and forever, 3rd and forever. You're in 3rd and 13. This offense is the worst in the National Football League.
Listen, it's the 3rd game, already the 3rd different combination. They've had 7 offensive linemen with 40 snaps, and they get Andrews back, but I've given up coming into this game. 5 sacks and 21 pressures, and it has still continued, putting them in really tough situations.
Well, let's go get trash offensive linemen and throw something out the wall, hoping it sticks.
Strike from the gun. Buried.
This is terrible. This is terrible. And then he gets sacked again because the offensive line cannot hold up. The offensive line is terrible. This team sucks. We are worse than we were last year.
Coming from the edge, but it also what makes it possible is Armstead coming inside because there's nowhere Stroud can't step up, and so you got the speed of Allen. And
this is downright terrible.
And they haven't been able to figure out, the Houston Texans on the left side, how to handle number 41, and he's having himself a day.
He is now a sack and a half away
from
breaking Tony Bracken's career sack record here in Jacksonville. And boy, the punting struggles for Townsend continue. That does take a little bit of a Texans bounce at the end.
This should get somebody fired. This should get somebody fired. I am not even joking. This should get somebody fired. Nick Caley is not the guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Nick Caley is not the guy. I'm sorry. And this offensive line coach is not it, bro. Why do you go and you promote? This organization is so freaking stupid, bro. Like, real talk. Week 3. But after that Rams game, a lot of people told me, hey, it's just week 1. Don't overreact. Don't overreact. It's week 3, and the same struggles from last year is still happening. The same struggles from last season is still occurring. And we are not helping our defense out. Because every time we get on offense, we go 3 and out, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 23. And you just keep having to run your defense out there. And they are just continue to get worn down. This should get somebody fired, right? This should get somebody fired. This is the 2 things you should have done in the offseason. You should have gotten an online coach from outside the organization, not promote somebody in-house. And you should have got an experienced, an offensive mind coach with many years of experience. You're telling me you couldn't go out, you telling me you couldn't you couldn't throw Chip Kelly a whole bunch of money to be your offensive coordinator?
We have, and listen, that's what
you're telling me. You couldn't go out and get Doug Pearson. You couldn't go out and get no other offensive minded coach.
When you have like both of these 2 teams they have 2
drafting terrible offensive linemen. The offensive line picks haven't hit. Keon Green, trash.
It enhances your defense.
He went to the Eagles. He didn't even make the team. He was waiting.
Had a tremendous game for
Blake Fisher has not worked out.
Right now in this game,
Archery has not had a good game today.
To me, has the edge.
Play action from Lawrence over the middle, completes. Tim Patrick, his first catch. Finally got them their big-bodied receiver that they've been looking for here. They acquired him in the...
Man, Kyle Hamilton would have been a better draft pick over Keon Green, I'll tell you that. We could have drafted Kyle Hamilton. Who plays the safety for the Ravens. We could have drafted Kyle Hamilton.
It is streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Over Keon Green.
Beautiful day.
Nick Caserio has missed on the offensive line draft picks. He cannot draft offensive linemen. He's terrible.
Jags trying to get this offense jump-started as they work now inside the Houston 40. Shooting, taking on all comers.
We're wasting, bro.
35. Let's get an NFL Today update. Busy day around the league. Adam Shine from New York.
I'm done.
Spiro, it's like Arch has always said to me, you need great special teams.
How is the Washington Commanders, bro? How is the Commanders better than this?
Look at this guy. 27-10 Washington. Back to you.
And boy, the day where they don't have Jaden Daniels.
How?
Yeah. Arch, you're a stickler for
and Jaden Daniels is not even playing in this game.
I think, Adam, I'm not Jay Feely.
I think you may be right. As 2 hard physical running.
It all starts with ownership at the top. It all starts with ownership at the top, bro. And nothing's going to change in this organization until ownership gets it together. And they clean house. I'm done. I'm done.
He did at the NFL scouting combine, but he was, as you saw on that last play, he's a smaller back, 5'9", 210 pounds, but he is a tough inside runner, and he's shown he's had a great ability to break tackles and be a factor already in just his 3rd game.
Your boy Tommy Togiai makes the play, stop them. They're unable to get the first down on 3rd and short. And at least for the moment, Liam Cohen Arch is leaving his offense on the field.
I think
this game, bro, should get somebody fired. After an 0-3 start, with the talent that you have, bro, and you're telling me you at least don't have. You're telling me you're at least not 1-1 with this team.
Be able to pick up those short yardage situations.
This organization continue to fail CJ, and as an Ohio State football fan, Maybe my life would be better if I just follow Ohio State players, man.
Agency from Tampa Bay, where he played under
That's just the truth.
And now Cohen's going to take a timeout, Arch, potentially to maybe rethink this. They brought Patrick McCary, like his physical background with Baltimore, but they just couldn't get the.
Can you imagine my life if I was a Rams fan or anything else? A Buccaneers fan, for God's sake.
It's like my sweet tooth. When I see the deserved,
you expect fans to pay their hard-earned money to come out to your stadium on Kirby Drive to watch this garbage? To watch this garbage? You expecting paying customers spending $300, $400, $500 on tickets to come out and watch a team play like this? You must be out of your mind. And they missed the kick. I don't know. Maybe my rent will work and they will come back to win this game. I don't know.
And Jacksonville comes up empty.
But to tell me, but you expect paying fans, you expect fans to come out here and spend their hard-earned money to watch this team play and spend their money on overpriced beer, overpriced margaritas, overpriced nachos to sit there and watch a terrible product from this team? Is that what you want me to do? Spend my hard-earned working money. And I'm not even from, I'm from the city. I don't even reside in the city anymore. So you expect me to put all my hard-earned money into flights, Ubers. You expect me to put all my hard-earned money into this franchise with the product that they're putting out, bro? And I got plans to go to more games so I can do game vlogs for you guys? You expect these fans. Hey, Jets fans, they still come out and they support the team. Giants fans, they still do. The Cleveland Browns. Could you imagine life as a Cleveland Browns fan? Could you imagine life as a New York Jets fan? Could you imagine life as a New York Giants fan? Could you imagine life? Imagine life as a Miami Dolphins fan. Could you imagine going to the games every week, going to their home games, supporting the team just to give you a terrible product, and you're spending your hard-earned money on overpriced alcohol, overpriced margaritas, beer, whatever, nachos, hot dogs? You imagine spending your hard-earned money just for a shit product? Your hard-earned money that you earn from your little business or from your 9 to 5 to get a terrible product like this. Could you imagine? I feel bad for myself for going to that game Monday night. Don't get me wrong. Going to games in person is better than watching it on TV. I'll admit. But Lord have mercy.
Josh Allen has just been sensational, closing in on the all-time career sack record here.
Goddamn, Vikings 40, Bengals 3.
And at the moment now, watching from that sideline as Houston begins with a pass catch by Schultz as we check in with the beat.
Spiro, it has been a year for Josh Allen. Just before the start of the season, his son Wesley rang the bell, signaling the end of his cancer treatment and the end of what the Jaguars star defensive end told us was both the scariest and most inspiring summer of his life. Thinking of his 7-year-old battling leukemia drove him, Josh said. I saw him fight every day, and we're seeing what the results are out here on the field.
Indeed, you just can't imagine what he and his wife Caitlin have gone through, but just amazing to see young Wesley doing well, in full remission, fully recovered. We had a really nice chat with Josh Allen. He said, my son's journey has made me a better father. I've been more present, just trying to cherish every moment, and just wonderful to see.
Wow, man. And that third quarter, man, this is terrible. You should get Nick Caley, you should be fucking fired when you lose this game, bro.
We've all had
you should be fired.
With adversity, but that's not an adversity that I would ever want to have to go through. Certainly a tough time, but the good news
I am out on Nick Caley, bro. I'm out on him. I'm out.
A great start to the season.
He has been sensational.
Done.
This has been close.
3 quarters and we only scored 3 points, guys. 3 points.
And now 2 scores as they hope to try to put this thing away.
This feels like a blowout, bro.
This is the new Dell AI PC.
We are just a bad football team.
It helps.
This is just it's just down, bro. And I know you and I know you thinking like, bro, Alex, if you complain so much, why don't you find another team? Well, first of all, if I ever went and found another team and the Texans started doing better, that would just be wrong of me, right? That would just be wrong of me. The same way you wrestling fans go out there and tell me, well, if you don't like what you see on WWE, stop watching. If you don't like it, stop watching AEW. I can't. Because what if I leave and they start doing good? You feel what I'm saying? What if I just stop? What if I just stop being a fan of this football team? And if I went and found another team and the Texans started getting good, they're being contending teams, I will feel bad because I missed out on it. I missed out on the process. I will feel bad. So that's why I don't get up and switch teams. I just can't. I've been loyal to the Houston Astros. I've been loyal to the Houston Rockets. I've been loyal to the Texans. I've been loyal to my Ohio State Buckeyes in college football. My Duke Blue Devils in basketball. I've been loyal to those guys for many years. Ever since I came out the womb. For all my MLB fans out there, you remember when the Houston Astros, they was having 100-loss seasons? Yeah, and we had talent like Craig Biggio and Lance Berkman and Michael Bourne and Hunter Pence on our team. Jeff Bagwell. You guys remember that? For my baseball guys out there? Having 100-loss seasons and only winning 40, 50 games a year. Before we switched over to the American League, and even for a few years in the American League, we sucked. And hell, we might not even make the playoffs this year, but damn, the Astros gave me some great memories over the past couple years.
More of a long two, then it makes it much more difficult if you're not successful here on third down.
Big play here for Stroud. They protect over the middle.
There you go. There you go. I don't know. Maybe they heard my rant. Maybe it might work out. I don't know.
Between Collins and the rookie.
The same thing with the Rockets. Could you imagine if I stopped being a fan after James Hunter left and I came back? It just, no.
A better time. Hunter is actually in pretty good position, but there's no inside.
You guys remember when we had
Stroud is able to lead Collins all the way to the hash mark.
And now they start to quicken the pace.
We had Justin, for all my NBA fans, all my Rockets fans. You guys remember when we had Justin Patton and we had Victor Oladipo and Christian Wood. You remember those? Do you want to go back to those days? No.
Missing his close friend and longtime.
Now I'm glad we got Şengün. I wish Jalen Green would have worked out for us, but he didn't. Şengün. Now we got Amen Thompson. We added KD.
He hasn't played.
Life is good.
Still has yet to really find that connection with Christian Kirk.
Now I'm not gonna go out and call him. Oh, he picked off.
Jordan Lewis with a snatch. And a disastrous sequence for the Texans.
Man.
It's the 6th INT for Jacksonville as they continue to lead the league. Lewis, the defensive gem.
Man, this shit sucks, man. I'm honestly ready.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you pick.
You know, I'm just done. Then he throws a damn pick. This is going to be a long season, folks. Nothing's going to change until somebody gets fired. Somebody should be fired. You heard this here. Nick Caley, you should be fired. Man, bro. Yep. I miss Bobby Slowick, bro. Dude. When does the Rocket season start, bro? When does the Rocket season start, bro? I'm done. I can't do this no more, bro. If we lose, bro, I will fire Nick Caley. I will fire him. Yes. Nick Caley and D'Amico Ryans. Nick Caley's gonna get you fired, bro. I don't want D'Amico Ryans to lose his job, bro. But bro, if you think about it, D'Amico Ryans is like the Robert. He's like the coach that the Jets used to have. Great defensive mind. He came from the 49ers too. Great defensive mind, coach. But as a head coach, bro, I don't know if he's gonna cut it, bro. I just don't think we. No, you need bro. You need a guy like.
Made in heaven. He said,
I don't know, man. CJ needs an offensive-minded head coach. He needs an offensive-minded. Yes, I'm talking about yes, Brennan. I'm talking about him. He's like him. Great defensive mind, but I just don't think he's gonna be cut out to be a head coach, bro. I just think D'Amico Ryans is not the guy, and maybe I'm overreacting. But you really second guessing yourself. Is he the guy, bro?
First-year general manager here is ETN, unable to get to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, that's just textbook. Just baited Stroud perfectly. Had his guy in position, baited it, and boy, did he make him pay.
On the flip side, Arch, the question now is, can this Jacksonville offense start to capitalize on some really high-level elite defense that we've seen from the Jags? Just hasn't been...
Bro, you got to fight, bro.
An efficient offense. Penalty issues.
And it's fair because you haven't been able to get your run game going. You know, they will give you
it sucks, bro.
more opportunities with
it's just does.
In the fourth quarter to get back in this game.
Lawrence on 3rd and 4, and it's another drop to Thomas. Unbelievable. And this is now becoming a major storyline here. Multiple drops last week from Thomas. The costly one on the 4th down late in the game left the door open for the Bengals. And eventually ended.
Bobby Slowick, I owe you an apology, bro. Bobby Slowick, I'm sorry.
Yeah, tough duty. It looked like
yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, the NFL nowadays, they don't.
That he was on his way to becoming a star. And it just
hasn't
happened. It just hasn't happened this season.
We just
really need him to show up as the #1 guy that can make those catches when his number is called.
Another punt from Curtis to take a good-looking Jags bounce. And they're going to pin the Texans back inside the 10. Remember, for Thomas, most of his success last year came with Mac Jones at quarterback. As he and Lawrence...
if D'Amico Ryans don't get...
drop by Thomas.
Like I said, bro, you should have went out and hired Chip Kelly as your offensive coordinator. You should have went out and did that. If you went out and hired Chip Kelly as your offensive coordinator, and you went out, you got somebody outside the organization to be your offensive line coach. Oh, you definitely would have been winning. And hell, as an Ohio State fan, Ryan Day's gonna be rotating staff in and out because Matt Patricia only has 2 years max with us. Before some other college team or some other NFL team is gonna call him to be somebody's defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia, I can see him going back to the NFL. And Brian Hartline, he's our offensive coordinator. He's going to be there for a couple years. Some college is probably going to call him for a head coaching job. Or he might be headed to the NFL. I don't know. Ryan Day's he's going to be like Nick Saban, rotating staff in and out. Shoot, man. That does give me an idea for Saturday, right? We come on here, we stream Ohio State. Yeah. My Ohio State Buckeyes, the #1 team in the nation, are playing the Washington Huskies on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. So you guys should come on Saturday and hang out. CJ Stroud's out there seeing ghosts, man. Offensive-minded head coaches win the Super Bowl. Go look at Andy Reid. Go look at Sean McVay. Sean McVay won the Super Bowl with the Rams. He was an offensive-minded head coach. Andy Reid, Sean McVay.
Time Jacksonville beat Houston in this stadium, December of 2017. 6 straight wins for the Texans here. Of course, all the teams last couple of years that have struggled. Liam Cohen, is he the head coach who's going to turn this thing around? Worst starting field position yards for C.J. Stroud today.
Hey, as bad as it's gone, you're down 7 with 12 minutes left. Put a drive together.
They begin here with a Nick Chubb run, trying to get to the edge. We'll see his forced out of bounds out across the 10. Dennis Gardeck among the tacklers. Boy, what a pivotal drive here for Vic Kelly and his offense.
It is. And first and foremost, I've been saying it all game. You can't have a negative play. You can't go backwards. Now, 2nd and 8 isn't ideal. You need to be 2nd and 6. But especially here on the 10-yard line, you cannot go backwards and put yourself in a 3rd and long, 2nd and long situation against a defensive front 4 that really has gotten their way for most of this game.
But they didn't break the huddle there until there was about
another screen. Whoa, what is he calling, man? Another screen pass.
And he is putting together some kind of game as Collins ducked down for a loss of 1.
I tell you what, the #1 thing you love to see on defense,
I don't, bro.
when you turn on the tape,
You got.
is a guy decisive.
Oh. Dog, this offensive coordinator is terrible. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
Stroud, you need one here from your franchise quarterback. 3rd and 9. Everyone covered. Stroud well short.
Oh my God, bro.
Trayvon Walker and DeJuan Smith
Jeez, man.
making a play for Jacksonville. And that is the 6th 3-and-out for the Texans.
But really, there's nowhere because the pressure.
We're gonna run CJ Stroud out of town, bro.
To his right and escape.
Let's get ready to tank from what? Who's good?
Nobody in the slot. Again,
CJ Stroud's gonna be a great replacement for Matthew Stafford when he retires.
There is nowhere to throw the football. There are no answers. Easy answers for C.J. Stroud and another.
If C.J. Stroud was with Sean McVay,
you saw C.J. unsure of where to go. They just have not been able to get the separation with their wide receivers anywhere down the field. Townsend finally gets off a good punt. He's had a struggle of the day. Parker Washington run out of bounds. And the Jacksonville Jaguars going to have a really good starting field position despite that 65-yard punt by Townsend. 7-point game on CBS.
Hell, isn't Nick Sirianni an offensive-minded coach? And why am I tripping? Isn't Nick Sirianni? Am I tripping or? He's an offensive. Yep. Every.
Sucks we have to work on a Sunday.
Does it though?
How about
Yep. Nick Sirianni is an offensive-minded coach.
It's quick.
Ah!
The official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Y'all making my head hurt. I'm sorry. Y'all stress me out. Let's see. Bruce Arians, he won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021 with Tom Brady. He was an offensive-minded coach. Doug Pearson won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was an offensive-minded coach. Offensive-minded head coaches gets the job done. Bruh. Man. He gotta go, bro. I just... Yeah, they call Bruce Arians the quarterback whisperer. And I just tweeted Nick Caley and D'Amico gotta go. They gotta go. I'm sorry, but they gotta go, bro.
With the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. But just remember where this Jacksonville team was this time last week on the road at Cincinnati. No Joe Burrow down the stretch of that game. They just could never put the Bengals away. Do they have the goods to slam the door on the Texans? Still plenty of clock. Parker Washington able to squeeze it. But this is the psychology of a young team learning how to win in these big divisional moments.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to take advantage of opportunities.
Bobby Sloan might be smiling somewhere.
We talked about earlier how good and how consistent even Parker Washington has been for Trevor Lawrence. And really, his most reliable receiver on first down have a chance to make a play, and you're sitting here at 2nd and 10 again.
Trevor Lawrence now 17 of 31, 161 yards.
Damn, they can't catch the ball?
This time it's Etienne. He's been shorthanded, 3rd and long.
Spiro, this is bad football. I mean, this bad offensive football from both sides. I mean, not much more you can say. 2 drops, and again, coming into this game, the Jacksonville wide receiver room, you know, they've led the NFL in drops, and we've seen several drops from multiple different players today.
On 3rd and 10, Lawrence protected.
Intercepted. Oh my God. This defense keeps giving you so many chances. And
just when the Texans defense needed to make a play, it's
so Jalen Petrie gets an interception.
Really, I mean, look at.
Okay, can this offense go score some points? Can we go score a touchdown?
Exactly.
Can we go do something?
What we saw from Jordan Lewis for Jacksonville, but this time it's Petrie. It's the exact same route. Here's Petrie. And watch how he plays this, but the entire route, Trevor Lawrence is just, he's staring it down. Petrie sees his eyes. I mean, he stares it down so much. The corner that they're trying to run off, he even jumps the ball. And just a disastrous sequence. And you let a football team hang around, and you see D'Amico Ryan saying, boy, that is all we need to hopefully give us a spark, set up our offense at midfield, and try to get ourselves a touchdown.
CJ Stroud.
Oh! What the hell?
And it's a Sunday stroll in the park.
What?
A 50-yard strike.
Did this nigga...
New ball game.
Oh my God, did CJ Stroud resurrect himself? What?
I'm not sure.
Oh my God! And Nico Collins?
Example, I believe is
Did they resurrect themselves?
I can't quite see the number on the jersey. But watch.
I just put out a tweet saying Nick Caley and D'Amico gotta go, and then all of a sudden this happens.
What are we looking at?
What?
I don't believe there's supposed to be a safety back. They're just trying to do too much, and
oh, okay.
Boy, how things can turn in a
Woo! Yeah. Woo!
Tyson Campbell played really well in this game.
It's crazy how I ranted
Mental error
for almost an hour,
and
then this happens.
Nico Collins take full advantage with a 50-yard catch and run touchdown.
Collins gives him a little bit of a move, just a slight move like he's gonna go on the out.
Oh my God! No.
But it doesn't get any better than that. You came along. I think Jacksonville has played a great game defensively. I think really both defenses have played well, and you've made Houston have to earn it. There's been nothing.
Did this stuff resurrect my man? Come on.
But just a lapse in concentration, and now all of a sudden the game's 10-10, and anything can happen with 9 minutes left.
Jalen Petrie had that just sensational rookie year. Remember, he had those 5 picks as a first-year player in 22. Had one last year and gets his first early this season. Boy, just crazy to think. C.J. Stroud, only his second touchdown pass in almost 3 games to start the season, and boy, that one could not have come at a better time.
Still haven't scored a touchdown in the red zone. That's crazy.
Kick fielded here by LaQuint Allen. Gets himself out across the
C.J. Stroud. Oh, C.J. Stroud woke up, huh?
Quarterback comparison hasn't been.
Oh, we finally.
These guys.
So it took me a rant to go and do something.
Both of which have come in the second half. And boy, you just consider what's at stake, Archie. I don't want to overhype this, but Indianapolis.
What the fuck happened? Oh shit! Hold up. Did my thing go off?
But that throw started because the first 2 plays were drops by 2 different receivers, and now he had to try to make a play and force it in 3rd and 10.
Everyone shoulders the blame, certainly on this Jacksonville offense as ETN weaves his way up through the teeth of that defense. Gets up close to the 35. Good drive starter here, a pickup of 6.
Yeah, it's amazing to me to think that coming into this game, ETN was averaging over 7 yards per carry. And before that run, it was 1.9. Now he's up to 2.4.
Panthers 30, Falcons 0?
2nd and 4, much better than 2nd and 10 like they were on their last drive.
Lawrence gets his protection set. They bring 5 to the Texans. And
another drop?
Jeez. Washington, that's his second.
What's all, bro? All the Jaguars receivers are dropping passes?
And it will be 3rd and 4.
So many
We have
drops.
counted 5 drops for Jacksonville.
Yep. I mean, coming into this game, I mean, it's been a number of different players, but coming into this game, Parker Washington was as reliable. And now you got to ask yourself, if you're Trevor Lawrence, who do I trust throwing the football to try to keep this game going and get a win?
Lawrence over the middle, first down, Jacksonville.
Well, we could say, I was just about to say number 85. Is about all you have.
Brenton Strange, who ended the day with 7 receptions, has a big one here for 10. And a much-needed first down for Jacksonville.
Yeah, last week he only caught 3 passes for 17 yards, but all 3 of those catches gave the Jaguars a first down, and Trevor Lawrence goes right back to him, and he rewards the quarterback and helps them stay on the field.
7 targets, 6 catches, 61 yards. Strange putting together one of the best games of his NFL career.
Stop that run. There you go.
Picks up 3.
Let him go. Plays dead. Okay.
As they work now close to the 50. And we will go to New York. NFL Today update.
Oh, Lord.
Spiro, March, take a look at this. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, that's a nifty throw. That's a nifty catch. Calvin Austin, 21-14 Pittsburgh. 2:16 to go. Back to you.
All right, good one there coming down the stretch. Yeah, Mr. Sean will keep us updated on all the scores around the NFL. 2nd and 7. Liam Cohen pacing now Jacksonville sideline. All tied at 10 as we come up on the 7-minute mark now left in regulation. Lawrence under center, fakes to Tootin. Underneath to Tootin, incomplete. Alshire was there. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Jags.
But even on this play, you complete this ball, and maybe, Tootin has shown some ability to break tackles. I know Alshire has really been flying around in this game, but if you give him an opportunity to catch the football, he might slip out of that tackle or at least put you in 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 2. But it's really a team-wide problem right now between Lawrence and his receivers, and this passing game just is not in sync in any way, shape, or form.
Jacksonville today is 3 of 13 on 3rd down. Big one here, completion.
Good stop.
Short. Hunter
short.
on the catch. A yard and a half short at least. They pick up only 5. Liam Cohen decision time here.
Is he going to go for it?
Left.
He's going for it. Oh, my God, bro.
And for the moment, he's keeping his offense arch on the field.
I mean, listen, I think it's a tough spot to be in, because I'm asking yourself, if you're Liam Cohen, who do I trust right now? It's 4th.
It's 4th and 2. Jaguars are gonna go for it.
And if you're Trevor Lawrence, who do I trust? I would love to see Travis Hunter show up in this spot. He's in motion right now across the field.
They got confused. They got to call a timeout.
Something he didn't like. Looked like maybe miscommunication.
Yeah, miscommunication. Looks like Travis Hunter didn't know what he was doing.
Quarterback. Again, you think of the workload for Hunter. Just trying to get into the playbook, both sides of the football, and they're going to try to recalibrate here with the timeout. Coming up, the State Farm postgame show. JB, Matt Ryan, and Coach Cowher. All the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
All
so
right.
they burn a timeout here. Archie, seem a little bit iffy on whether you agree with this decision to go for it on 4th down. What are they thinking about here in terms of play call for Liam Cohen?
You look at analytics, and right now it's a go signal. But there's a part of me that says, listen, outside of a busted coverage, we may be in a better spot to punt it and make Stroud, try to pin him deep, make him go the length of the field, and then still we have a good chance of getting great field position on our next drive. I just don't like the efficiency. I don't like the trust factor from this offense to go forward in this situation.
They're going for it.
Rolls the dice. Lawrence protects.
Yeah, they didn't get it. Woo! Let's go.
The Texans getting the push that they needed.
Okay, we're good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's capitalize. Let's do something.
And Houston gets it back in a tie game.
Settle is here, and
Come on. Now we got all the momentum after that interception. We got all the momentum on our side. Come on.
Parker, Washington, but listen, I understand being aggressive, but again, I didn't have a lot of high trust in the way the offense had been operating. Too many unknowns. I would much rather put Stroud deep, pin him back, and make them earn their way down the field. But now Stroud, another opportunity at midfield.
Here's Nick Chubb. For which of these two teams?
Oh, Cleveland tied it with the Packers.
Archie, you want to win a division and get into the playoffs. These are the kind of games you got to figure out somehow to win. Since 2024, 14 games decided by 8 points or less. One-score games that ties for the most of any team in the league.
As soon as I said Jordan Love was taking care of the football, he goes out and throws an interception.
Not gone well for Stroud or the offense all season. Hasn't gone well today in this game, but you have a great opportunity to overcome all the problems and the limitations, make a play, and will your team to win.
Stroud underneath.
Go, run forward. There you go, Christian. There you go. Stop trying to do all that juking and stuff. Just run straight.
Strong stiff arm at the end of the play. He picks up 11. And a huge first down for the Texans. Everyone wondered how quickly Kirk could take some of the pressure off of Nico Collins' shoulders. Those are the kinds of plays they need.
It's really a positive development, and it's amazing. We'll see how this drive ends. But that interception by Jalen Petrie could have been the spark that gave this team life.
And just a game-changing play as Chubb works his way in. And what was interesting, we sat with them, D'Amico and CJ. There was definitely an edge, I thought, to CJ last night. You can feel the urgency. Arch, they know it's at stake. It's still only week 3 of the season, but everyone knows about the Colts' success, 3-0. You do not want to fall 3 games back in the division at any point in the season.
Listen, and they said the right thing. They all said that they're close. But you come away and you say to yourself, well, do they really believe it? Do they really believe they're close? Or is that just something that everybody's kind of saying? It's been an ugly game, but again, you have a great chance here on this drive to make it right.
Get rid of it. Over the middle, able to connect there with Chubb. Tackle just shy of the 30-yard line, a couple yards short of the line to gain a pick up of 4. As that clock running now, we come up on 4 minutes, 3rd and 2.
Well, Stroud just takes a shot. Just stands in there in the pocket, takes a shot on that play.
There you go. There you go. No, he fumbled it. No. No. Oh, no.
Collins had made his maneuver, the spin. He had just all kinds of space for his second move, and he lost the football.
Well, that's Tyson Campbell who got it out. And Tyson Campbell was the one that bit and gave him that big play. I believe he's right here. And what does he do? He just returns a favor. Bam, hits him, and then look at that. His right hand just stays at it, swipes the ball out, and then Lloyd is all over it to pick it up. What a play.
And Tyson Campbell, Arch, who had the blown coverage of the Collins touchdown. Boy, you think he just atoned for that mistake?
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
It's been a tough year for the offense. It's been a tough year for Nico Collins, but that's how you respond after giving up a play, coming back and taking the ball away.
And again, the 8th takeaway for Jacksonville's defense. They continue to lead the league, again incompletion. And another miscommunication, Arch, between Lawrence
and
his wide receiver.
It looks like it was Brian Thomas.
So
it looks like he's going to block.
It looks like Brian Thomas or Travis Hunter didn't know what.
And doesn't even turn around.
What is the
miscommunication?
Man.
A passing route. Here he is down here. Watch. I'm not sure who Lawrence was throwing the football to, but that release looked like he thought it was a run play, and he was going to block.
Stop that run.
ETN crosses the 20. But you got to wonder, maybe just psychologically, looks like Will Anderson may be a little bit late to get to his feet. Just psychologically, with, again, multiple drops. See what we've seen with him the first couple of weeks of the season, just where he is.
Oh, no. Now Will Anderson Jr. is hurt.
Boy, you hate to see this. Will Anderson, one of the focal pieces of this.
Get up, please get up. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Get up. We can't afford to lose you. Come on. Ouch.
Now the athletic trainers are going to come onto the field. This is where Anderson has excelled his burgeoning NFL career. Late in games, tightly contested games. Remember, he had that late sack last week.
Okay, he's up. He's moving. All right, we good.
Monday night game against Tampa.
And they like to rotate, but both he and Hunter, he doesn't rotate. Last week, right here, number 51, he played 60 snaps in that game. He has a motor that goes from first quarter to fourth quarter. Huge piece of their defensive front.
NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowler 2 years ago as a rookie.
Come on, 3rd and 6.
And they will take a closer look at him on that sideline. 3rd and 6. Texans rush 4. Lawrence protected. Everyone covered. Lawrence got a run for it. Lawrence has it. Lowers that shoulder. Boy, that's the toughness you want to see. Shades of that play last season. This one ends much better for the Jags. E.J. Speed missed the tackle.
Well, really, really nicely done by Lawrence. Just nothing downfield. Don't force it.
Man, we gotta make that tackle.
And remember, last week this defense on a key 4th down had a chance to get Baker Mayfield off the field. They missed the tackle, and that ended up being the difference in the ball game.
ETN right up the gut into the second level. As we come up on the 2-minute warning here, looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field. 2:20 left to play. As D'Amico Ryans is going to take his first timeout here. And now the game management between these two coaches coming into play. They'll put 1 second back on the clock. 2nd and 3. Jacksonville, 1 timeout. Remember, they had to burn one with that miscommunication come out of the huddle on their last drive. So that could potentially be looming large. We welcome those of you that have been watching some of the other action around the NFL. 10-10 tie. And a game that has all kinds of early season playoff implications in the AFC South. The Indianapolis Colts on their way to a 3-0 start. And so there's the high sense of urgency for a Houston team that enters the day 0-2 against this Jacksonville side under their first-year head coach, Liam Cohen. 2nd and 3.
Stop the run. No.
First down and more. Some physical, hard running on a day that their running attack has not had much. A pickup of a half dozen, and that's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville.
Oh my God.
The Jacksonville Jaguars looking for a pivotal early season win in the division. All tied at 10 on CBS.
Hey, get new Little Caesars cheesesteak crazy puffs. They're so good, we ran here to tell you.
Hey, Saquon!
We ran here? Try new cheesesteak crazy puffs for $3.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
The corporate power move, like direct eye contact, showing up late on purpose.
So busy.
Or the highbrow entrepreneur in a lowbrow hoodie. And the old, sorry, this is the only 20 minutes I had.
Sorry, this is the only 20 minutes I had.
But the real power move, having next level control of shipments across your supply chain. FedEx, the new power move.
That's right. Move it like this now. You gotta move it.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, Jason Kelsey can watch every game every Sunday, all in one place. But how much NFL in one place can he handle?
Yes!
What have we got? NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Every game, every Sunday, new users pay less.
Saturday afternoon, it's big time. Husky Stadium will be rocking when Washington takes on #1 Ohio State in a big-time matchup. Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx, where now meets next. And by Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Back in Jacksonville, final 2 minutes. As we remind you, coming up the State Farm postgame show, JB, Nate, Matt Ryan, Coach Cower. Get you caught up around the league, all the latest scores and highlights. It's all to come on the State Farm postgame show. Spirit Vitas, Adam Archuleta, Didi Kinkabwala, rest of our CBS crew. Final 2 minutes, all tied at 10. Now Trevor Lawrence and company will play 1st and 10 from their own 44. Lawrence protected.
What the hell? Oh my God,
What has
bro.
been a struggle of a day for Thomas. He makes a massive play of 46.
Well, really a nice job of picking up the pressure by ETN, by the linebacker To'o, and then, boy, attaboy, Brian Thomas Jr. It's been a tough day at the office. Way to step up, but that was a breakdown in the secondary. There should have been safety help on the inside. A secondary bust to give Jacksonville their biggest play of the game.
ETN, and he's in for the Jacksonville touchdown. We wonder Houston kind of pulling back, just letting them score maybe with still plenty of time left. 148 as the chess match between these two coaches continues. But what an impressive two-play punch.
It's very much a possibility, Spiro, that they did let him score. 100%, and that is the right move, because now you preserve a lot of time left on the clock. A lot of time, 1 minute 48 seconds with 2 timeouts. Now, they're going to have to do something that they've shown they haven't been able to do yet this season, and that's patiently go down the field, the length of the field, put a drive together, and being able to score.
Or just consider how good this Jacksonville defense has been. Last week, though, Arch, they were not able to shut the door in that game in Cincinnati. They gave up that 15-play, 92-yard touchdown drive that was orchestrated by Jake Browning, who had come out for Joe Burrow in that game.
And two, and Cincinnati was able to overcome 2 4th-down conversions, 1 a 4th and 3, and then the one that, everybody saw the, perhaps questionable pass interference call. This was 4th and 3, deep in their own territory. Coverage bust, and then here's the one that everybody talks about with Trevor Hunter. To me, probably shouldn't have been warranted calling pass interference, but a defense that took the ball away, and you think should have been able to close that game out. Were not at their best on the final drive.
Here's Noel, the rookie. He's going to get to the 25-yard line. So just think of what's at stake here. For this Houston Texans team, 0-2. It has been ugly, miscues both sides, highly penalized both sides. You've seen the takeaways, the interception thrown by each of these quarterbacks in the second half, the Collins touchdown on the busted coverage, and ETN moments ago. And that's where we stand here in Jacksonville. 7-point Jags lead. And there are pressure moments for C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Stroud airing it.
Oh, no!
Incomplete. Oh, boy. Collins against Campbell. And Tyson Campbell making a play in isolation.
Excellent. With Campbell, look, he doesn't look for the football, but he has great timing. He doesn't make contact early. If he's there just a count or 2 early,
bro,
it's
I
going to
can't
be
watch
pass
it, bro.
interference, and that's not what you want to see when the game's on the line. Nico Collins on the sideline.
For how big that is, potentially Collins unavailable at least for 1 play. In a 2nd and 10, he goes to his other star, Schultz. They'll pick up 7. That clock running now inside of 90 seconds. Houston playing with 2 timeouts. As Collins still favoring that right wrist area.
This offensive line in the last couple drives.
Stroud's pass up the seam, that was nearly picked. Jordan Lewis, who has been magnificent, had a chance against Christian Kirk.
He has been simply outstanding. You can't play this any better. Trail technique, help over the top, turn, locate the football, get your hand on it.
4th down, money on the tabletop for C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
4-man rush, looks like, from Jacksonville. Got to account, they're bringing 5.
Nico Collins available on the field. Kirk with the snatch. Christian Kirk making his Texans debut against his former team, a pickup of 13. First down, Houston. They do have 2 timeouts as C.J. Stroud quickly scurries his team to the line of scrimmage.
I can't watch this, bro.
Spikes it 2nd and 10, so that stops the clock 57 seconds.
You got 2 timeouts. I don't.
That 2nd timeout.
I guess because
like man-to-man coverage. really well.
Damn, the Rams just blew the lead against the Eagles.
Good news for Houston that Nico Collins back on the field at the bottom of the screen.
He's got to roll out.
Jags giving chase with a hard fake to pull it back.
That's a flag. That's a flag.
Second level of the defense is where the marker was tossed.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 3. It's a 5-yard penalty
Defense.
from the previous spot.
Okay.
Automatic first down.
They got the defense for holding.
Against Campbell.
Yeah, that's Jaden Higgins.
For the hold of Jaden Higgins, just enough to get the attention of the officials.
Yeah, it happened early.
Man.
And right now, if you're Anthony Campanelli, the defensive coordinator, you're hoping that you don't revert to what happened last week, that somebody on your defense can make a play.
God.
Looking at everyone covered. He's going to
just run. You can get the first down. Yes, sir.
Right at the line, the gain appears to be
oh my God.
Short. We'll see where the
he got the first.
And now they do say it is a Houston first down.
Okay.
Huge. As good as we've been praising Jacksonville's defense the entire game.
Bro,
you've had some opportunities. You've had some chances. But you just keep letting Houston stick around. How many times has Jacksonville had an opportunity to put this game away in the fourth quarter? But you let them hang around. You let them hang around. C.J. Stroud hits a big play on a busted coverage to Nico Collins, and here with an opportunity to tie it up or possibly win. Stroud throwing towards the end zone.
Damn! A bit too much on that pass. Jordan Lewis on the coverage. We saw Nick Caley, the rookie first-time offensive coordinator.
Oh my God!
What a big moment early in his marriage between Caley and Stroud. Can they push the right buttons?
Well, here's the good news if you're Houston, and this kind of gives you a little bit of hope. The offensive line has really solidified a little bit. We haven't heard Josh Hines-Allen. We haven't called his name. We haven't said much about Trayvon Walker. We haven't said much about Eric Armstead. They've really held up well, and they're giving C.J. Stroud a chance to deliver the football.
On 2nd and 10, Stroud completes. Knox breaking free. With a rookie.
Time out.
Once again, close to another first down. We're down to 26 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Lewis and Oluwakin, who had a chance on the initial play.
All right, we only got one left. 26 seconds left.
Best pass-catching running backs in the country last year at USC. And D'Amico Ryans takes his final timeout with 27 seconds left. One timeout, I beg your pardon, down to his last timeout. Marks just short of the line to gain.
Oh my gosh.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
If I was Houston, I would think about putting out 5 in the route. And if Marks is in the game, try to get him the football. He's caught a pass in 57 straight games. You've talked about how good of a receiving threat he is out of the backfield. I would try to get a matchup on a linebacker and get him the football.
Here they come, Hines around the edge, drives past, they may have gotten a piece, and that is picked.
That was Hines-Allen. Hines-Allen coming around that mountain. Gets his hand on it, ball game.
Antonio Johnson making a play. Hines-Allen, the pressure. And another takeaway for the Jacksonville defense. Liam Cohen talked about how impressed he's been with Johnson's ascension. They released Darnell Savage, one of their safeties this season. More opportunity for a guy like Johnson, and he makes the play to shut the door on the Houston Texans.
I don't know why in the most important down of the game, it wasn't a quick pass. It was a pure drop back pass down the field. Why you don't give the rookie number 79, Ursery, a little bit of help on Josh Hines-Allen, who has completely wrecked your offense the entire game. That's one person I would make sure cannot impact that throw, and he made the play.
The Houston Texans have begun the season 0-3 in a 3-game hole already in the division in the AFC South. Liam Cohen, first year of this new regime in Jacksonville, gets the Jags to 2-1 as they try to keep pace early part of the season with the Colts atop the AFC South, where it wasn't pretty, but these are the kind of ugly games you got to figure out a way to win. Our young team trying to climb the ranks in the AFC South.
Not pretty to say it lightly, but boy, I mean, it did get exciting there at the end. But boy, the defense, this defense really getting to the quarterback, pressuring the quarterback, and taking the ball away. You can win with that formula, Spiro.
17-10 the final here in Jacksonville. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show. Now for Argentina, Jeets territory, Spiro Dini saying so long from Jacksonville. We'll get you back to New York for all the scores and highlights right after this on CBS.
Compliments of the chef. He was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they saved his bacon, he presents to you a bacon tart flambe with
This is just... This is just terrible, bro. This is just, so it's terrible. We had so many, bro. So many chances. So many chances, bro, and we messed it up. We should be at least, bro. We should be at least 2-1, dog. Should be at least 2-1. Should be at least fucking 3-1. I mean 2-1, bro. You could be thinking too, like, bro, if we could realistically, bro, we could either be 2-1 or 3-0. If you go back to week 1 in that game against the Rams, if Agubawale doesn't fumble at the last minute, we would have gone down there and scored a touchdown. Week 2, we had the lead. It was 4th down. If Henry would just wrap Baker Mayfield up and tackle him on that play, the game is over. Now week 3. If Nico Collins catches that football and doesn't fumble and give the ball back to Jacksonville, I feel like if he doesn't fumble the football You got a feeling you just about to go back down there and score again. Man. Just sucks, man. Just sucks. You just figure, bro, it's just one play that costs us every freaking week, man. One play. Nice catch from Emeka Ibuka. Keep the game alive. 85 yards, 6 receptions for Emeka Ibuka. Man. Man. 1-3, bro. Once again, bad play calling, you know, doesn't fit. Then bad play calling, and you know, just sucks. Bro, I don't even trust the Rockets, bro. I don't even trust them. Because we didn't have a good offense last year, but you know, KD helps us. I just don't know, man. Game is over. We lost 17-10, bro. We have not managed to score. We're just not gonna win games scoring 10 points. Like, it's impossible. Like, it just is un. Like, it just really sucks, man. You just think about it, like, bro, you should be at least 2-1 or 3, or realistically you could be 3-0. I'm still not sold on Nick Caley, bro. I'm not. I'm just not, bro. But, you know, hey, it's his front office and D'Amico because they want to go get another first-time offensive play caller. And you're going to continue to fail C.J. Stroud. If you don't, bro, because we're in the third year of his rookie contract. We are in the third year of his rookie contract. You trade your Pro Bowl left tackle, Lamar Tunsil. You trade your Pro Bowl left tackle. You don't replace him in free agency. Then you pass. This from Houston Stresses. Then you pass on taking a tackle early while drafting a wide receiver that you don't even play. The rookie, Ursary is struggling. He was just put in a bad spot. On top of that, you pass on a spread-type offensive coordinator, what CJ does best. Because CJ, he had a spread-type offense at Ohio State under Ryan Day. If you guys remember, Ryan Day had CJ Stroud, and he was just spreading the ball out to Emeka Ibuka. He was spreading out to Marvin Harrison. This man had Garrett Wilson. This man had Chris Olave. This man, CJ Stroud, and CJ Stroud at Ohio State was spreading the ball. Ryan Day had that man spreading the ball to Emeka Ibuka, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison Jr. This man, Ryan Day had CJ spreading that ball out like crazy. And he had him run a bunch of RPOs and all that other stuff. Where is that stuff that he ran at Ohio State? Why aren't y'all taking that? That's his strong. Hey, that's his strength, is airing the ball out. But no, you go with another Shanahan type system. You hire another Shanahan, New England hybrid, likely a Nick Caserio buddy hire. Just a terrible process all around. CJ Stroud runs a spread offense. He ran it at Ohio State. Why is he running it with the Texans? He's been my quarterback for 5 years. He ran this, and Ryan Day is a quarterback whisperer, man. Ryan Day was an offensive-minded head coach. And I know he gave up offensive play calling, but that's what got him the national championship last year. He went out and got Chip Kelly, made some changes with the offense, got a quarterback out the transfer portal, and look what happened. He won the national championship. It's so frustrating when you don't do the most simplest thing, bro. You should have got the man an experienced offensive coordinator. You should have got him an experienced offensive line coach that knows what it's doing. You should have got someone that knew how to run a spread offense. It is so frustrating that we are 0-3. Somebody's got to be fired, right? You got a lot of soul searching to do, man. You got a lot of soul searching to do. Now next week next week we go back home. We play the Tennessee Titans. They're also 0-3 as well. They just lost to the Colts. But then you have the Baltimore Ravens to follow that. So you could potentially go into the bye week. You're going to be going into the bye week either 1-4 or 0-5. I'll tell you what, you go 0-5 before the bye week. When's the bye week? Week 6. Week 6 is our bye week. You go into the bye week, and you have not won a single game. Somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to get the boot. I don't know if it's D'Amico Ryans. I don't know if it's Nick Haley. Somebody's got to get the boot. Somebody's got to get got. We should easily be 2-1. 2-1 at the 2-1 at the minimum. At the bare minimum, 2-1. And Baker Mayfield comes up clutch again. They got to make changes, bro. They need to make changes. If you are serious about trying to come back from this 0-3 slump, you need to make some changes before it's too late. And I'm afraid it is too late. Because you have continued to fail CJ Stroud offensively. You should have never. You know what? Honestly, bro, I'll take everything back I said about Laremy Tunsil. You should have never traded him to the Commanders. You should have never traded him. You traded your All-Pro left tackle. That was the first mistake. You should have never traded Laremy Tunsil. You go out and you hire 2 receivers that doesn't even play. You got one kid returning, but he can't even get involved in the offense with the other Iowa State wide receiver. And another thing, too, you should have never let Stephon Diggs leave for the Patriots. You should have kept Stephon Diggs. So now, because really, if you think about it, our only reliable player is Nico Collins. That's our only reliable player on offense. And I get it. And like I said, if he didn't fumble that football, we would have gone down there and scored again. That is really unexcusable. I get it. Tank Dell can't play. He might not play this year. More than likely he isn't. But you at least could have gone out and try to keep Stephon Diggs on this team. Then it doesn't work, man. Oh yeah, you better. I don't know if Joe Mixon is coming back anytime soon, but you better hope Joe Mixon can come back after the bye week to boost his run game. But it's really a shame, man. You should have at least retained Stephon Diggs, man. Losing Stephon Diggs and losing Tank Dell that's the reason he doesn't have Tank Dell out there. There's no Tank Dell. There's no Stephon Diggs. There's no Joe Mixon to help to boost the run game. All that is gone. And the Texans have failed CJ Stroud offensively. If you knew Tank was going to be out for the rest of the season, you should have went out and re-signed Stephon Diggs. I'm not even joking. You should have went out. You should have re-signed Stephon Diggs. Your wide receiver 3 could have been either one of the rookies or Hutchinson. I didn't care. But your two main wide receivers should have been Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs. It's crazy. But no, you go out and you hire and you draft 2 rookies that doesn't even see playing time. That can't get involved in this offense. And a Jaden Higgins. And a Jalen Noel. You would think having a Xavier Hutchinson with him would help, right? But no. This Kyle Shanahan scheme is dead and is buried. You have failed. This organization has failed CJ Stroud offensively. You have failed CJ Stroud, and this honeymoon phase is over. This team has failed CJ Stroud tremendously on the offensive side of the ball. Traded your all-pro left tackle. Then you failed. Then you let Stephon Diggs go to the Patriots. You should have at least kept Stephon Diggs if you knew Tank Dell wasn't playing at all this year. Well, we all knew more than likely, like I said, he's not playing this year. You should have reinvested it. You should have gotten him some online help. You should have got a new offensive line coach. You should have gotten an experienced offensive play caller. But no, you neglected all those things, and this is why your ass is 0-3. I'm done. Thank you guys for the stream. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. Tomorrow, I'll be live for Monday Night Raw. Wednesday, I'll be live for Dynamite. Friday, I'll be live for SmackDown. Saturday, I'm going to stream Ohio State and Washington, and then NXT No Mercy, man. And then next Sunday, we'll be back here for the Houston Texans when they take on the Tennessee Titans back at home. Yeah, that's all they care about is the defense, and that's it. No, you need to have offense. You need to have offense. Look at Josh Allen and the Bills right now. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers when he's healthy. And they still won without him. Look at the Indianapolis Colts. They're making Daniel Jones look like prime Peyton Manning out there. They're making this man look like the second coming of Peyton Manning. Shane Steichen, he's an offensive-minded coach, isn't he? Yep, and the coach is 3-0. While we're sitting here at 0-3, and we're 3 games back in the division. Hell, look at the Cardinals. They're 2-0. Is it Jonathan Gannon, offensive-minded? Yep, offensive-minded coach. CJ Stroud needs an offensive-minded head coach. I said it here first. Man. I'm gone, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.